Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back. It's your boy Blue, and you are now listening to Blue Arrow Radio on 116 FM. Welcome back, guys. Guess what? It is Friday. It is Friday. I have returned to Friday night flight. Let the stream train chug on. I have been trying my best the last couple weeks to attend the Friday night flight, but things have just not been working out. But we finally here, guys, and I am happy to be here for sure. Work has been super crazy, but we'll talk about all that stuff. We got a little bit of time in flight. We had a short flight today, though. Since I said work is crazy, I still got a lot of stuff to do today, so I don't have a ton of time. So I'm trying to use this slot to make this flight happen very quickly. So our flight's only an hour long today, so if you just got a little bit of time just like me, jump in, fly with us today, ride with us today, vibe with us today. Yeah, alright. So today's flight, we're flying from Raleigh, Durham. That's in North Carolina. I actually have a whole lot of family. Matter of fact, my whole family lives in North Carolina, just to the west of here. And I was born in Texas, but my parents both were born and live there, so everybody's over there. So anyway, so today we're flying from Raleigh, Durham, Kilo Romeo Delta uniform, and we're flying up to JFK. You can see there's a massive red TFR, followed by a bunch of little red TFRs. And basically, what that means is, if you read it, it'll tell you that you can't, there's some restrictions. So make sure you read the TFR. Don't fly between JFK, Newark, and LaGuardia airports. Even if you're flying VFR, they're not allowing for those flights between those airports because it's going to be so congested and busy today. And then if you're flying into any of those three airports that is not an established route, make sure you checked and make sure that you are flying through the correct fixes to get in there the most smooth possible way. You feel me? So anyways, We're gonna get the engine started. We'll talk a little bit more while we taxi. There's a few more things I want to let you guys know. Go ahead and copy my flight plan though. Today we will be cruising at 35,000 feet. Let's go ahead and listen to the ATIS. And I'm gonna turn the music down. Actually, I gotta shut the music off to hear it.
Raleigh Durham Airport, ATIS Information Alpha, time 1642 Zulu.
Alright, let me know if the sounds are all coming in alright. You're not getting an echo or anything like that. I don't want you guys to be hearing echoes.
No pattern work allowed.
Alright, that should be good right
Straight
there.
out departures only, landing runways 5 right and 5 left. Departing runways 5 right and 5 left. NOTAMs, low visibility. Use caution, advise on initial contact. You have Information Alpha.
Alright, no pattern work, straight out departures only. Alright, remember that, straight out departures only. Landing runway 05 right, 05 left. Depart runway 05 right, 05 left. No TAMs, low visibility. Caution on initial contact. You have Information Alpha. Alright, you can already see out the window right now. We have extremely low visibility. We are flying JetBlue on the A320. I believe in real life this route is operated with an ERJ, but I personally don't like the infinite flight current ERJ. So until they update it, I'll be flying the A320 for JetBlue. That's just my personal preference. But if you love ERJs and you want to fly ERJ, go for it. I actually really do like the ERJ. It's a great plane. I like the quality of the A320 better on this platform. And let's see who we have for VIPs.
No pattern work allowed. Straight out departures only.
VIP's got Official Luke, Jammy, Raven, George, Leon Kiwi, Awerdy, Fanboy, Elijah, and Swiftlings. I'll give it to you guys. Rest of you guys, I'll shout you out once we get airborne. But thank you guys so much for showing up early, and you guys are amazing. So let's go ahead and contact ATC because we do have controllers here and we want to get off the ground as soon as possible. We'll go ahead and contact ground and request pushback. You guys can be my first officers today, and just in case I forget any step along the way, you can definitely remind me. Go ahead and set our altitude right now for our initial. It's going to be 12,000.
Taxi to runway 5 left. Contact tower when ready.
Take a look at the airport layout here. We will be taking off probably 05 left since we're the closest to that runway. That'll be to the south of us, which is nose to the right whenever we push back. No, yeah, right. Nose to the right when we push back. I didn't send it. Oh, ha ha ha. Send.
Raleigh Durham ground.
Thank you, Raven, for the host.
For pushback with
I'm sitting here waiting for instructions that never been sent. Pushback approved.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 5 left.
Alright, beacon on first before you get moving.
116.
And we'll go ahead and go to systems and pushback.
Ready for pushback with information.
Watch around us, nose to the right, so we'll be pointing that way. Again, we are using Infinite Flight Assistant and Infinite Flight Operations. Check those apps out in your App Store or Google Play Store. Those guys have actually been a nice support to the stream, so shout out to those dudes. Last time we did a giveaway. Jacko, also thank you for the host. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for the support.
Runway 5 left.
Raleigh Durham ground. Shuttle 236. Ready for pushback with Information Alpha. Requesting runway 5 left.
Delta 1934.
It is noon actually right now, local time, in Raleigh, Durham. I always have trouble pushing back right on this line. Like, I'm just trying to do a good job taxiing forward on the line. Okay, that's close enough. Alright, brakes on. Starting engine number 2.
Shuttle 236.
JetBlue 595. Pushback approved.
Thank you, Sylvan, for the subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family.
Raleigh Durham ground. Alaska 133. Ready for pushback with Information Alpha. Requesting runway 5 left.
Ooh, that's cool. Don't back up yet. Don't back up, person. Whoever this is, don't push back. I don't want this screenshot. I don't have replay mode yet. I'm not an IFATC person, so I gotta do it the old-fashioned way.
JetBlue 1934. Avoid sending duplicate messages.
Fat Albert, what's up?
Fat Albert 888. Ready to taxi with Information Alpha. Raleigh Durham ground. Transovid 705.
Starting engine number 1.
Ready for pushback with Information Alpha.
Fat Albert 888, taxi to runway 5 left, contact tower.
Fat Albert 888.
Taxiing to runway 5 left. Fat Albert 888.
Raleigh Durham ground, JetBlue 566, ready for pushback with information Alpha, requesting runway 5 left.
Got Alaska out here.
Transoviet 705, hold position.
Holding position. Transoviet 705.
Alright, we got 2 engines. We got 2 engines. Alright, we're ready to go, guys. Let's not hold traffic up for too long. Request taxi to runway 05 left. Is it left? Yeah, left.
Raleigh Durham ground, Blue 116, ready to taxi to runway 5 left with information Alpha.
Raleigh Durham ground, Southwest 1152, ready to taxi with information Alpha. Raleigh Durham ground, Delta 1776, Blue 116, taxi to runway 5 left, contact tower when ready.
Alright, contact with tower when ready, Blue 116,
Blue
taxi 05 left. Alright, let's
Southwest
go ahead and release park and brake. We'll go flaps down to 1.
Contact tower when ready.
And we'll slowly start
Taxiing to runway
taxiing.
5 left, Southwest
There are no
1152.
taxi lights, so we'll
Delta
just not
1776,
turn the lights
taxi
on.
to runway 5 left, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 5 left, Delta 1776. Raleigh Durham ground, Bravo Romeo Echo 2788, ready to taxi.
So
to
just
runway
a
5
friendly
left,
reminder for you guys,
information Alpha.
throughout this
Durham
flight,
ground.
please be
Blue
respectful to the other
1236.
pilots out here.
Ready for pushback with information
We are on
Alpha.
expert server. If you'd like to fly
Requesting
with
runway
us,
5
you can
left.
copy the flight plan
Raleigh
from the
Durham
YouTube
ground,
description,
JetBlue
or you can jump
595,
into
ready
Infinite
to
Flight
taxi
at
with information
KRDU
Alpha.
and
Raleigh
just
Durham
copy one
ground,
of our flight
Southwest
plans, and we'll get you to
2702, ready
JFK.
for pushback
But
with information
please
Alpha.
make sure you
Bravo
maintain
Romeo Echo
separation,
2788, taxi to
at
runway
least
5 left,
5 miles
contact tower when
separation
ready.
between you and
Taxiing to
the
runway
aircraft
5 left,
ahead of you
Bravo Romeo Echo
at all
2788,
times.
JetBlue
That means
595,
en route
taxi to
and
runway 5 left, contact
on
tower
approach.
when ready.
Taxiing to runway 5 left.
Also,
JetBlue 595.
just a
Raleigh Durham
way heads
ground,
up,
speedbird
and I'll remind you guys
342,
about this
ready
later,
for
but just
pushback
letting you
with
guys kind of like a
information Alpha,
pre-flight
requesting
briefing
runway
type
5
of thing.
Blue 1236, hold position.
Who is that?
Raleigh Durham ground.
Thank you,
Alaska
Arthur, for the
133.
subscription. Welcome
Ready
to the
for
Blue Arrow
pushback
family, my
with
friend.
information Alpha.
Yes, so make sure that
Requesting
you,
runway 5 left.
we're gonna be needing a
Holding
contact
position.
approach right
Blue
around
1236.
60 miles away
Hold position. Raleigh Durham
from
ground,
JFK,
JetBlue
and make sure that you are at
1934, ready for
18,000
pushback
feet
with information
at
Alpha.
least.
I'm sorry, JetBlue 1934. Speed
All right, 18,000 feet,
pushback
60 miles away. All
Expect
right, got
runway
it. All
5
right, we're all
left.
good.
Pushback
So for
approved.
today, again,
Speedbird
flying to
342.
JFK, John F. Kennedy in New York City. Hopefully it's not this foggy, so we can get a nice view on approach. I doubt it is. I haven't checked the weather yet in JFK, but I'm hoping it's not going to be
Raleigh
too
Durham ground.
too
JetBlue
low
885.
vis. Even though that would be a pretty
Taxi
fun
to
approach,
parking.
a low visibility approach.
Pushback
But I want to
approved.
see
Alaska
New York City when I
133.
approach it.
Pushback approved.
Yeah, so we're
Transoviet
cruising at 35,000 feet
705.
today. We'll be also at Mach 0.76.
Taxiing to JetBlue 885.
I asked you guys, so like it's very important that we all actually fly the recommended speeds so that we don't end up running each other over in the sky. So Mach 0.076 is our cruise altitude, our cruise speed, and our cruise altitude we flight level 350. It's up to you if you want to fly offset of that, like 330, 37,
with information Alpha.
31. That's up to you. Let's go ahead and contact tower now that we're at the whole short line.
JetBlue 1934.
Yeah, we'll request takeoff runway 07 left.
Alaska 133. Give way to
We'll go ahead and set our trim to 10.
Give way to aircraft.
Flaps are set for
Alaska
takeoff.
133.
Everything else looks good.
Aircraft. JetBlue 1934. Alaska
Yeah,
133.
we're ready to go.
Taxi to runway 5 left. Contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to
Do
runway
we have time
5
for a
left.
screenshot before he
Alaska
pushes it on?
133.
Don't know what to find out. Got an ERJ behind us and another A320. Actually, which livery is that? He must be flying a different version of the A320. I like this one. I like the big JetBlue letters more than I like the little bitty JetBlue letters. Song Sung Blue. I love the little sayings they put in the side of JetBlue. What's up, Deer Crusher? What's up, man? Bit foggy, yes it is. I know one of the established routes is actually Charlotte, North Carolina to Newark, which is we're actually just to the northeast, probably, I don't know, 20, 50 miles northeast. Maybe not even that much of Charlotte. But I wanted to fly JetBlue, so I want to fly a JetBlue route, and this just happened to be the one we found.
I'm sorry, Fat Albert 888.
We did request it, right? I didn't like think I sent it and I didn't send it. Oh, we didn't. I did again. Where are we going? North. Sorry about that, guys. I keep forgetting to press the last button.
Ready for takeoff at runway 5 left. Departing north.
We probably been clear for takeoff. He's like, what you waiting for? Alright, strobe lights on, land lights on.
Cleared for takeoff.
We'll hop into the cockpit.
Runway 5 left.
Turn on the hood. Release parking brake. Center our screen. Pick up my phone. Calibrate my screen. Ooh, I forgot to put weight and balance.
Change approved. Good day.
Oh yeah, I definitely.
Frequency change approved. Delta 1776.
I want to get out of the way though.
Good day.
Wouldn't
Approaching
be any
runway
difference.
5
I'm
left.
gonna hit the brake just for a second. Sorry, controller. Weight and balance. I think we should have enough. I'll just kind of throw on fuel in there. All right, we're gonna go. Sorry about that. I thought I was ready to take off, and I figured out that the fueling guy never actually put fuel in my plane, so we did a little quick pit stop just now. Alright, so remember the ATIS said straight out departures only, so we'll fly runway heading till we're clear of the airspace. We're so slow.
On runway 5 left.
Alright, spoilers are off, flaps are down, trim is set, lights are on, altitude is set.
Raleigh Durham Tower.
We're on
Bravo
center,
Romeo Echo
calibrated.
2788. Ready for takeoff at runway 5 left. Departing straight out.
Takeoff power.
Bravo Romeo Echo 2788. Line up and wait.
Do my
Runway
best to hold the
5
center
left.
line. We have
Line
pretty
up
much
and
direct
wait,
wind.
runway 5 left. Bravo Romeo Echo 2788.
100 knots. V1. Rotate.
Rotate.
Positive rate.
And
Gear up.
Wow. White out. Can't see anything. Completely IFR right now. Alright, flying runway heading, which would be right around 05005, but we're good where we are. I don't know what the exact runway heading is.
2788. Runway 5 left. Cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff. Runway 5 left.
And we're coming out of the bottom of that top of that fog right at about 1,800. It looks like. Alright, let's put our nose down a bit.
Raleigh Durham Tower, JetBlue 595, ready for takeoff
dope.
at runway 5 left.
That was a cool kind of. I like that. I like flying out of the clouds like that or the fog.
Short of runway 5 left. JetBlue
Kinda cool.
595. Hold short of runway 5 left.
Alright, we're still flying behind. Climbing out. Past scene. Coming up on 3,000 here in a few seconds.
Runway 5 left, JetBlue 595.
JetBlue 595. Line up and wait. Runway
200
5 left.
knots. You can actually go faster than that, but that's just because we were banking pretty steep. Not banking. I keep saying banking.
Blue 116.
I mean climbing steep.
Good
Alright,
day.
frequency change approved. Thank you. Good day. Thank you for the ATC. I don't know. I didn't even look to see who that
Good
was.
day.
Who our controller was in Raleigh. But thank you for your service. Now that we are out of ATC control, we will go ahead and continue en route and turn on the autopilot. Bring my vertical speed down. So we'll do 2,800.
JetBlue 595.
And we'll climb out about
Runway
240.
5 left. Cleared for takeoff.
Flaps up.
Passing 6,000.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 5
Put the
left,
flaps up a little late, by the way.
595.
Did we change? I thought it automatically changed. Who was controller though? I'm just curious. Jammy. Oh, Jammy, what's up, bro? I saw you in chat. Thanks for, thank you so much for being our controller today. Good job. Dope shot right there. It's so funny, now that we're like airborne, we don't even see the fog that was completely covering Raleigh Durham just now. So because I'm paranoid, I usually, when I climb out below 10,000 feet, I'm only at like 240 knots, because I've had times in the past where the plane just shot past 250 and I got like a violation. So usually when I climb out, I only climb out at 240 knots until I get past 10,000, and then I continue my climb. Once we get above 10,000, we'll be climbing out about 290 knots, 290 knots. And there's 10,000.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may now move around the cabin. However, we always recommend to keep your seatbelt fastened while you're seated in case you encounter a
So we can turn the landing lights, no, not strobes, the landing lights off. I like never turn the seatbelt signs off. Like, I'm that pilot. I feel like I've been on so many planes that it doesn't even really matter. Uh-oh. What did I do? Okay. I mean, it does matter, but you can get up if you need to get up when the seatbelt sign is on. But if they are like, oh, it's turbulence, or like if it's later on in the flight and you hear that ding, that means you need to sit your butt down. Because there's a reason why that ding happened. Alright, we're at 12,000. I'm going to continue our climb up to 35. Flight level 350. There it is. Checking things out. We're good over here, and we're good. We're out of this place, man. So we, again, today's flight's only an hour long. It's real short. Again, I just have a lot. The reason I didn't stream last week was because like work got crazy busy on Friday for some reason. Thank you for that subscription, man. I'm sorry I missed your name. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. But work has been really busy, particularly on Friday, which is really random. Like, it's not that I have anything specific to do for work on Friday. It's just that I guess they wait until the end of the week to give it all to me, and then I don't have enough time to do it all. So that's one of the main reasons that I didn't stream last week for Friday night flight. The week before that, I didn't stream because I was getting ready. I was working, plus I was getting ready to go out of town. And when I went to Daytona for the Daytona 500, which was amazing, and then when I got back the next day, I flew to Boston. So I was out for like a whole week. I think I got back on Wednesday or Thursday, and then from then I've been back home. But it was fun. It was cool. I think I posted some videos and stuff on Instagram, on my story and all that. So why does this keep popping up? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I posted videos and stuff on my story of my trip, both to Daytona and to Boston. It was a lot of fun. Thank you, Raven. Appreciate it, man. Sean, what's up, man? What happened? How to nose flare? You just pull the yoke back, right? That's what I assume. That's what I usually do. To flare, I just, make sure you're at a pretty slow speed, not stall speed, but above stall speed, and you just pull the yoke back. That's right before you touch down. Don't do it too aggressively, or the plane is just gonna freak out. George, what's up, man? Alright, so yeah, now look at the chat. This whole time we've been getting ready for the flight and all that, and setting things up. Again, guys, I remind you one more time, there's 18,000. We'll turn on standard. Boom. We're gonna pretend like we did that. And yeah, so 350 Mach 0.076 is what we're looking for today. Climbing out at 290. 60 miles before we get to JFK. Make sure you are at 18,000 feet. And if I remember anything else, I'll let you know. I'm doing good, Graeme. Thanks for asking, man. Sean, you're in the Virgin Alaska delivery. Cool. Oh, so that was you in the More to Love plane. Cool. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we got plenty of people. If you got aviation questions, plane questions, whatever, man, there's plenty of people here. Either I can answer it or somebody else can answer it. I'm pretty excited. A good friend of mine. Oh, look, we got an escort. What's up, man? A good friend of mine just started his flight lessons just this last Monday. I'm not gonna say who, but he just started his flight lessons, and I'm like super hyped and excited. Like, you have a good friend when something really good happens to somebody else that has nothing to do with you. and you get like literally excited like it happened to you. But a good friend of mine who's been wanting to fly for a very long time, probably longer than even I have, finally got started with his first flight lessons. Plus he got a really good deal with his flight instructor, so a lot of good things are happening there. And he got me like super like charged up and excited about flying and all that. My flame never really goes away with aviation. Like I always want it. I always want more. You know what I mean? It's just that, you know, there's certain things that just give you that big boost of energy towards it. And so it happened to him, and me and him been talking about it for so long. And it's so cool to finally see it happening for him. And so now I'm like, all right, I gotta get doing it. I gotta get it going for me. How am I gonna finally get started with my flight lessons? Like last year, if you guys were with me for that long, beginning of 2018, one of my goals was to start my flight lessons in 2018. That did not happen, but that's okay, because when you don't meet your goals, when you fail, when you don't make it, you just set a new goal. You try it again. And so that's exactly what we're doing. So now my new goal again is to start it up this year in 2019. The only main thing that's stopping me, actually the only thing that's stopping me from starting it, is finances. That is it. That's literally, if finances were not an issue, I would have my commercial license already. But hey, we'll make it happen. I know it's gonna happen. Still have a positive outlook on it. Have a positive attitude towards it. I know it's gonna happen. I'm looking forward to it. It's a dream. God knows it's something that's on my heart. It's a passion. And so I'll be flight simming until then. And even when I start doing real life flying, I'm still gonna be flight simming. So I'm gonna be the same flights I did in real life and testing them out in the sim. So looking forward to that day. But I'm super hyped for my friend. And I'm just looking forward to the future for him. And you never know, maybe, you know, he'll become a flight instructor and teach me. Who knows? But right now I'm just focused on family, you know. So priorities is the thing. Not that I couldn't possibly pay for flight lessons, it's just that the money that I would use needs to go somewhere else. I keep forgetting how to say that. Hyperxy boy. I am not using a joystick. I'm using just the phone. Actually, it's right here. And I have this little stand that I use. There it is. So that way I don't have to like, almost dropped it. That way I don't have to like, you know, hands free. I don't have to be holding it. I don't have to like lay it anywhere the whole time. But yes, I don't use a joystick for infinite flight, but I do use a joystick for X-Plane and stuff like that, DCS World. But you can, my joystick actually does work with infinite flight. I don't know, it's something weird about it. I don't know what it is. Is it worth it for X-Plane? I'm not gonna do that video because it's I'm just not. I should try flying gliders. The finance is not an issue. It is, as pilots call it, experience of true flight. No engine, no nothing. It's you and the air, hot or cold. That's so weird to me. Like, I don't understand how gliders even work. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I understand how kites work, but does a glider work like a kite? Like, I don't know anything about gliders. I know that there's a huge glider community. I know that glider is a big thing. A lot of people fly gliders. I'm sure it's extremely fun, but I know nothing about flying gliders. Will I get an iPad Pro for infinite flight? I would love to have an iPad Pro for infinite flight. That would be my like, that's what I want. that's what I want. But I can't, at the moment, I can't really, I just can't throw money at that right now. You know what I mean? It doesn't work out financially to buy an iPad just for infinite flight. I would probably eventually get that money back, but I don't know. I would love to use an iPad Pro for infinite flight. I would rather use an iPad Pro, because then I could use like new different apps that you can use like that on the side of your screen. But yeah, again, it's just, I have an iPhone X right now, which costs enough money, but I can actually use that for my phone, for business, for work, for everything. iPad Pro would basically only be used for infinite flights, Netflix. My wife would probably use it for a bunch of stuff, TV, whatnot. But that would basically be me just investing in a whole new TV with the game. Really? So you did a glider first and then shortly after you started flight school? How do you get in the air in a glider? Does something pull you up there? It's like a slingshot that just pops you out? You looked around for my ATC voice and you couldn't find it. Do I mind checking where and which one it is? Nope. Are we cruising? Yeah. I didn't even know until you started announcing. I love the cabin sounds that Infinite Assistant adds to it. It's so dope. I love how it knew I was leveling off at 35,000. I didn't tell him that. It just knew somehow. Let's check the spacing here. Remember, guys, at least 5 miles of spacing. It doesn't really regard to my escort, but once we get into controlled airspace, we may need to change that up. All right, Mach 0.76, guys. Again, a reminder is our cruise. So I'm changing my cruise to Mach 0.76. Thank you, Graeme, for the reminder as well. Yes, Apple has 60 frames per second on infinite flight. It probably does it on all the devices. I'm not sure how old you can go and still get 60 frames per second on iPhone. I personally don't know very much at all about how how the infinite flight works on Android. So you have to ask one of the other guys in here who were using it on Android, like how frames look, how to change that, how to find the voices and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know about that. I will turn the seatbelt signs off now. You guys could be free to move about the cabin. Don't touch me. Dead. I think he overcorrected. He was like, "All right, I know I'm close. I'm trying to correct." It did it. Boom. Oh my god. Yeah, let's not do iPhone versus Android. We're not doing that today. Derek, good to see you, man. Did I miss anybody? I feel like some people came in and said and asked some questions. I didn't see it. So if I did not answer your questions in like the last 5-ish minutes, 10, let's do 10, last 10 minutes since we got airborne, go ahead and send that again. Because I might have missed some. Okay, yeah, so you were asking about the voice that I have. I don't know. I set it up a while ago. Like when they first did the update that allowed you to change the ATC voices, I set it up one time and I haven't touched it one time again. If you stick around to the end, I may be able to show you, because right now I don't want to pause because I'm worried that it might actually lag or stop my stream. Not stream, stop my flight. So I don't want to go to the pause menu right now. But yeah, I don't mind showing you what voice I'm using or whatever, since you're interested. Yes, sir. Time for dinner service. What you got, Graeme? Got some yogurt with bananas, main, chicken, and potatoes, or fish and potatoes, fish and chips, what we call it. Dessert, beloved 1% chocolate cake. That is the signature and patented by Graeme Porter 1% chocolate cake. We're all wondering what the heck is the other 99. If it's 1% chocolate, what the heck is the other 99? I will. Good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. Is flying? I mean, I assume flying a glider would be a lot cheaper, right, than flying a plane, because there's no fuel, and a lot of times when paying for flight lessons and all that kind of stuff, a lot of the cost comes from fuel. George. My hometown is Houston, Texas. 99% sugar, 1% chocolate. What the heck? Yeah. Hometown's Houston. So we got 32 minutes to go, by the way. But what I mentioned earlier in the stream was that my family actually lives in North Carolina, which is where we took off from, in Raleigh, North Carolina, but not that city. I think I have family in that city too. But the majority of my family lives in Greensboro, High Point, probably some in Charlotte. There's some more in, I think it's Virginia. No, Maryland. Maybe Virginia too. But like in that little area, that's like where most of my family lives. Before I was born, my mom and dad moved to Houston, Texas, and they had me here. So I am the first of my family to be born in Houston. but all the rest of my family lives in North Carolina. So when I was a kid, we used to travel back there all the time. We would drive, we would fly, whatever, to go back and visit my family. It's actually been a few years now since I've been back. But yeah, that's where all my people's from. What's funny is, like, you don't think that people in North Carolina would have an accent, but they definitely do. At least my family does. And when I go out there, it's weird, but I pick it up, and then I start sounding like them. I don't really get it, but I do. It's kind of like when I go to Brazil, I have a Brazilian accent. It's weird. I don't know. Favorite airline is United. That is my favorite airline, and it really has more to do about internal stuff that most people don't know about, rather than just like, oh, look, United, you know. But I like United a lot, and when I fly, 90% of the time I fly United. Mach speed is Mach 0.076. Respect to them from Jamaica. You hate how JFK has 10 times more planes than Newark. Why has that been? Are you from the New York area? When I fly to New York, I don't fly JFK usually. I've done it a couple times, but usually when I fly to New York, I fly through Newark, which is just about the same distance once you get out driving from JFK. Wow, look at this. Look at this right here. Where are we flying over right now? What is this place? This is Norfolk. Oh yeah, I remember this. Man, it looks nice out here. I like the coastline looks really nice, right? Got a little river, have like a kind of like a shipping bay kind of thing down there. There's Norfolk, I think, airport. I think this is Virginia. I don't remember. Let me look at live flights. I finally got my live flight back up and running. I think I can find myself. Oh yeah, we're over Virginia Beach right now. Oh yeah, Virginia Beach is nice. Very nice. Thank you, Ibsen Avila, for the subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. Royal Man, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Your favorite airline is S7. What is S7? Why do I like United? I personally like United because I fly them the most, so I know the most about them. But I also really like how they treat their employees. I really like the benefits they get. Like when people work for United, and it's probably like this for most airlines, to be honest, but I just know about this one. But when people go work for United, they like never leave. Mainly like people who are not on the ground, like people who are like ground crew, like those people, like no matter what airline you work for or airport you work for, like those guys are always in and out. But if you work like as a gate agent or a pilot or a flight attendant, stuff like that, like those people never leave. That's why when you go on flights, everybody's freaking old because everybody's been there for like 15 years. This looks dope. But I can't even remember, to be honest with you, a lot of stuff that I like the most about them. But it's just stuff, the small things that I've seen over time. There's also some things that I don't like that I've seen, but I've seen more good than bad. Even in Blue's racing packed lunches, he has 1% chocolate cake in there. We need to make, I'm going to make an emoji for 1% chocolate cake. I'm going to make one. We're going to get one made for YouTube and Twitch. We're going to make that happen. Don't let me forget. I got to actually make it. Well, the truth is JFK is absolutely a more popular airport in real life and on Infinite Flight. Like, that's just how it is. I mean, yeah, it's just how it is. Even though Newark is, it can be a better option to fly into. It's less busy, which is kind of a good thing, and it can be cheaper to fly into Newark a lot of times. You can fly into LaGuardia, but it's just not a lot of locations that fly into LaGuardia. I know United mainly flies into Newark. I think they also fly a few flights into JFK, but they mainly use Newark as a hub over there in New York. So when I fly, I usually fly to Newark because I fly United. But if you were to fly like Delta or someone like that, you'd fly into JFK. If you fly JetBlue, you fly in JFK. So when I flew into JFK, I flew JetBlue. I was flying from Puerto Rico, which was a long flight. It was a nice flight. I actually really like JetBlue. I really like their liveries. That's one of my favorite things about JetBlue is their liveries, like the different variations of liveries. I wish United did something like that. That's cool, but they don't. They're like they're too corporate. I think JetBlue is definitely one of my favorite U.S. airlines. You know what I've been kind of upset about is, what's up, Master Gamer? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. I've been upset. What's up, Grapox as well? I've been upset because I really wanted to join Friday Night Flight the last couple weeks, because they've been doing this American tour where they started in Canada. They went down to, I forgot what they did last week, and then now we're over here in New York. I was like, America, that's my place, that's my home. I wanna stream that. I wanna support that. But I just been crazy busy and just haven't had the opportunity to really block out the time to do a fly and stream. I did do the flights. I did still fly those last couple Fridays. I just wasn't able to stream them. So if there's ever a time when, not every single time, but a lot of times if I'm not able to stream for Friday Night Flight, I still participate, and I still look for you guys to fly with me if you can. And I usually post that on Discord, so jump in Discord if you're interested in flying with me or anybody else. A lot of people always fly through Discord already. How we looking? We are 26 minutes out, 218 nautical miles. We are at 35% fuel, which is going to give us about almost 3 hours of flight time. I got winds at 265, 91 knots. Jeez, that's a pretty strong wind. 503 is our ground speed, even though we're cruising at Mach 0.76. Making really good time. Really good time. So far, our flight time's only been 25 minutes, and we got 25 more. Have I searched what caused the electrical failure in the 737 video? Yes. I did a lot of digging. I even went to the 737 Zebo Discord channel and asked those guys what they thought could possibly have been wrong. And what we believe, and may not be right yet, but what we believe was the issue was, if you remember in that video, for you guys who hadn't seen it, there was a certain part where we were well above the clouds. There was storms happening below us. We were well above the clouds and out of the craziness. And all of a sudden, my weather just updated, and it's like I hit a freaking brick wall of a cloud of a storm, and the plane started shaking. My autopilot was like tripping out. A few seconds later, autopilot completely disconnected. A lot of bad things happened to the plane. The engines were still full power. They were still working perfectly fine. And only problem was that we lost the autopilot, and we lost, well, actually, technically we lost the electric system. It's what we lost. And that's why the autopilot wasn't working. And because the electric system wasn't working, we also lost cabin pressurization. And so eventually the cabin started depressurizing, and we had to emergency descend down to 10,000 feet. In order to be at a safe altitude for not having a working cabin pressure. And but what they think happened was that when the weather changed, that it like glitched out the plane, and the plane maybe thought that it had an icing problem, even though we didn't get any icing warnings on the little lights. Like, we didn't get any icing warnings at all. but he thinks that it was probably an icing issue, so it's still kind of up in the air. But I did find out that I was actually flying an outdated version of that plane, and so after that stream, I downloaded a newer, updated version of that plane, and I haven't had the problem since. I've flown the plane probably 3 more flights after that, full flights, short and long, and it didn't have any icing problems. I didn't have any failures happen that were unknown or weird. So, yeah, I think it was electrical. Do I accept fan mail? I actually do. Gonzalo, addicted to FSX. Alright, so we're 191 miles out, so we needed to send soonish, and we need to do some shout outs. What sucks is that we're already mixed up with a lot of you guys. I'm going to try my best to call out the right people. I think I know who's with us. Starts at Starlight. Let's get some music going, and we're going to shout you guys out who are flying with us this Friday. All right. Oh yeah, it made the flight way more challenging. Did you see that landing? It was tough. Sean Joy, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Master Gaming, see you later, man. Thanks for stopping by. Oh wait, what happened to spacing? Where did he come from? What the heck? I didn't see him coming. Evan, my man. Alright, there's some space behind me. There's not much space ahead of me. How fast are you guys going? He's going 558. We're going 500. Behind us, Delta 89 is going 584. You guys are going fast. Am I going slow? We're going Mach 0.76. I'm just climbing to get off your wing. Sorry about that. I didn't see you coming. I really don't know what happened. Alright, real quick, let's do shoutouts. We gotta descend soon. Starting up with, he likes to call himself the god of speed. I like to call him my flight director because he takes care of my flight plans, makes things a whole lot easier for me. That's Starly up front. Thank you, man, so much for, as always, flying with us and being a part of the channel. Like, Starly is not just a supporter of the channel, he is part of the channel. A lot of you guys have been here for so long, I just see you as a part of the game. Graeme Porter next up, man. Thank you so much for flying with us. Then we got Raven, another very, very loyal customer. And then next up we got American Niner 17. That's Mr. Bruno. Thank you so much for flying with us. JetBlue 777, what's up, man? Clipper Defender, thank you for flying with us. Fat Albert 888, Mr. Evan, thank you for supporting and flying with us today. And the Friday Night Flights American Edition, Frankie L, Frankie Lima, A321, thank you for flying with us. Then we got our flight buddy right here, JetBlue 595, Evan Kierans. Our escort is Africa 04. It's going so fast I can't click on it. Hold on. Come here. Aviation Flyer, yes. He killed us earlier, by the way. Delta 89er is up next in a 787, Mr. Lieto. Good to see you, man. Lieto? Something like that. We got Bree Point Aviation next. And then who's behind you? We got Trans Zoviet 705, Matt Lilo. What is up, man? JetBlue 1934, Royal Man NL, November Lima. Good to see you. JetBlue 02. I should say it like this. JetBlue 0 space 2 space 2 space 3. Boeing pilot. Good to see you, man. Blue 1236. What up? Daniel TV. Good to see you, man. Is that it? Is that it? What we got? We got a couple more. Delta 1. Heavy. James Smith in the A330. Man, that A330 debate has been heavy. Yo, I've been seeing, I haven't been a part of the conversation, but I've been seeing everything you guys have been saying, and man, Way to go to the devs on moving at least a little bit on that. But I know you guys are begging for that thing. American 13 Jack, what's up, man? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. I think that is all. We all survived the fog in Raleigh, Durham, headed to JFK, soon to be in the TFR. It's about time for us to make our descent. I'm gonna go ahead and change my altitude to 180. I'm not gonna descend just yet. I just want to get it set up. But descend probably like in 2 miles. Wow, look at this view though. I love this part of the East Coast. Like flying over this part is like, it's really cool to see the different indentions that the water makes into the land. It's really cool. I also just like flying over beaches. You know me, man. I love the scenery, man. I'm a big scenery man. Like I'll buy a game just because I like the scenery. No joke. Like The Hunter, Call of the Wild is a hunting game. Never played a hunting game in my life. Friend of mine, he bought the game. He's a big hunting fan, but plus he's a friend of mine. That has something to do with it. I saw how good it looked on his computer, and I was like, all right, I'm sold. I just want to look. I just want to look at it. I don't know, man. When I'm on planes, man, my freaking face is glued to the window. Let's see. Graeme Porter says frequency contact 126.8 approaching at JFK. We have one frequency or multiple frequencies today. And who is our controllers? Are any of our controllers watching the stream today? What do I use to descend? I just use my vertical speed. Matter of fact, let's do that now. Alright, remember guys, reminder, 60 miles from JFK, you need to contact approach. And make sure your spacing is at least 5 miles apart. That would be very helpful to the controllers. And also make sure you are at altitude of 18,000 feet at that point. So that'd be really helpful. It'd be pretty cool if like the controllers had like good ways of really communicating with all the pilots. Maybe like a NOTAM or something like that, even in the ATIS. That would be pretty cool. Like whenever you're in an ATIS and you're approaching the airspace, it'd be cool to include information like that, just as a reminder. Like we know in real life you're not going to see that because the pilots already know to do that, but when you're flying on Infinite Flight, a mobile app, you have a lot of people who are still new to aviation. They don't know a lot of these flight rules, these unspoken flight rules, you know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, I guess they are spoken, they're in the book, but still, you get what I'm saying. Like it's certain things people just don't know, you know what I mean? But yeah, really thought you were like adults. Try unmatched air traffic control. It's a mobile ATC simulator. Kamani, I've actually played it before. It might still be on my phone. But I actually really like it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really like unmatched ATC. I mean air traffic control. The app. It's a really good. It's actually a free download. The thing I don't like about it the most is that it is a money hungry game. Yeah, I said it. It's a freaking money hungry game. If people always complain about how Infinite Flight is expensive and how they don't think you need to pay that much money and they think subscriptions are too much money, well, play Unmatched ATC. That game is that's a ripoff. And I don't give bad reviews, but there it is. There's my bad review. Unmatched Air, man, it's a great game, but they charge way too much for everything. Like they try to charge you for plane DLC, for airport DLC. They charge you for gates at the airport, like the free gates, the free airports that you already get at the beginning of the game. You can't even open gates. You can't even have a certain amount of traffic without paying for it. So I know a lot of people probably knock it off and get their own free version of it, but I'm not really about that life, so I try to buy things the fair way. But I did a calculation. I can't remember how much it cost, and I was so pissed, honestly, that I thought about making a video about how much of a ripoff this game is, and I didn't, because my channel is about positivity. So usually if I review something, it's gonna be a good review. And the reason, not because like they paid me to say good things about it, but because if I don't like it, I'm just not gonna post it. And if you ask me about it, I'll give you my honest opinion about it. But I'm not gonna send I'm not gonna waste my time on giving a bad review of something unless it's like, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm still on the fence about this unmatched thing because like it's not that I'm being negative about it, but I'm being truthful about it, and I'm saving people money by telling them in the beginning that they should just save their money. But I don't know, man, I really like the game. I really like unmatched ATC, but it's just, yeah, when I played it, I got back into it because some people who were on Discord were like, hey, you should try playing this again. I thought about like maybe playing it, maybe streaming it, maybe making videos of it. It's like, oh, this would be pretty cool. It's a mobile flying game. This is probably kind of like in my lane of stuff that could work well on my channel. And yeah, I gave it another try. I played it. I had a really good time playing it. I put a good amount of decent time into playing it a bit more, and I looked at how much it would cost me to buy new planes. Is it planes you have to buy? Yeah, new planes, new airports. I looked at how much it would cost and how much time it would take me just to unlock it all, and it's ridiculous. The whole money system and economy in that game is completely off. So I wouldn't recommend or play that game again until they fix it. Anyways, let's get some jams playing in the background because it's too quiet in the Bizak. Play this one because this is just kind of like my random one that I like to play. Where is it? Boom. Let's turn it down though. I don't want to be too loud. We are in our descent, guys. Descending now over. Where the heck are we? England Spotter, what's up, man? Thank you for that super chat donation. Amazing. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Descending over the East Coast for this East Coast Friday night flight. Trying to find out where exactly we are. I think we're over Atlantic City. Oh snap, let's go make some money. Yeah, that's us right there, I think. Is that me? Yeah, there we are. I'm looking at live flight. Yeah. Flying over Atlantic City. Who's creative call signs? I don't have creative call signs. I have one call sign. Oh, you must be talking to somebody else. My bad. I just jumped in the conversation, assumed that I was in it. When is the next military flight? I have no idea. Those are really random when we do those. We don't do them too much. I feel like I don't want to wear it out. I kind of want to stretch out the military stuff because not everybody's into that. I am. I'm really into military flights, but not everybody's into that, so I don't want to do too much of it. I also like it's a challenge. I want to be creative as well when I do military flights. To be honest with you, like I don't really know what to do with a lot of military flights because there's not much. Like the A10 is such a dope plane that they added with the new, rework they did and everything. I just don't know what to do with it. I don't know. Like I want to, like when I think fighter jets, I want to go bomb things. I want to shoot people. I want to. Escorting is cool, but it gets old. So I don't know. How does one become a mod in your chats? There is no legit process. Basically, you just kind of hang around. You answer people's questions without me telling you to. You just become like a star citizen in my Blue Games community, and me or the other mods will notice that you've been a star citizen in our community, and we'll be like, hey, I think this person deserves a mod role, especially if we're in need of it, if we have an open position. Refueling missions, yeah, refueling missions are cool, but we've done that a few times already. And that lasts like a few seconds and then what? So, but I'm open for ideas. If you guys ever have ideas of stuff that you would like to see me do, let me know. I can't promise that I will do those, but I can promise that I'll see it. I also can't promise that I'll reply because sometimes people send stuff that is not reply worthy. What does it mean to be a mod? For me, what it means to be a mod is basically watching over the chat in my Infinite Flight streams and my other streams, whether I'm doing racing, X-Plane, whatever it is that I may be streaming. But come and moderate, make sure people are not being crazy, being super negative, like freaking bullying people. Basically bouncers. Mods are pretty much just the bouncer of of the stream. If somebody does something stupid, they kick them out the club. The scenery in Jamaica is amazing, so you definitely should fly to Jamaica. We need to go back to Jamaica. Alright, passing 22,000 feet, guys. We're at 73 miles out. About 10 miles away. In about 10 miles, we will be contacting ATC. We do actually have 3 Newark controllers, so we need to find out which of these frequencies we need to actually talk to. Nice, congrats, Jacko. You were just accepted into, I believe that is British Airways Virtual Airline. Thank you, dear Crush. Appreciate it, man. To be honest with you, the songs that I play are not even the songs that I would like to be playing. The songs that I would like to be playing are all copyrighted, so I can't play those on the stream. One time I did a test stream, and I was like, yeah, forget it. You know, I'm not trying to be monetized for this video anyways. So I just played like my Spotify. I was jamming so hard. I don't even remember what I was playing, but I was jamming so hard. And it was like a whole mix. I was jamming so hard. When I finished my stream, I kid you not, I had about 10 to 15 YouTube emails talking about how all of these songs were copyrighted or whatever. I need to descend it. When did I slow my descent down? I don't remember doing that. We're almost at 60 miles. I want to be at 18,000 feet. We're a bit shy of that, so I'm kind of just expedited my descent a bit. Let's take a look at our spacing again. 5 miles, guys. Spacing 5 miles. We could definitely be slower, but we're not even going faster than him, so we should be okay. I'm slowing up. We're coming into the TFR zone, so guys, be careful. 59 miles. So what frequency do we need to talk to? That is my question. There's New York. Wow, there's 4. There's New York approach, New York departure, New York approach, New York approach, New York approach. Okay, is there an ATIS? Do we get one? Is there an ATIS? Alright, tune in ATIS last minute. I'm gonna go ahead and shut off the music and listen to the ATIS here, so we can find out who we need to talk to. Should have did that earlier, to be honest with you.
Temperature 1, dew point -2, altimeter 3035. Remarks: no intersection departures, no pattern work allowed. Straight out departures only. Landing runways 4 right and 4 left. Departing runways 1 3
doesn't
right,
say. Why doesn't it
1
say?
3 left, 4 right and 4 left. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Papa. John F. Kennedy Airport, ATIS information, Papa. Time 174.
Contact approach 1268. Thank you, 1268.
Temperature 1.
Yeah, ATIS actually does not tell you, so you guys need to fix that. 1268. We will request approach into John F. Kennedy International, requesting any runway ILS.
Blue 116 is 15 nautical miles southeast of Lakewood at 18,000 feet, requesting ILS approach any runway at John F. Kennedy.
Envoy 155.
I would get 8 right.
Heading 260.
Roger, Blue 116.
JetBlue 777. Roger. Bravo Romeo Echo 278.
Alright, so again, guys, so I actually can see the TFR information right here. Hold on. Left 030 down to 10,000.
Descend and maintain 10,000.
So nav mode off.
Turn left heading
We'll
030.
turn left 7 degrees.
Descend and maintain 10,000.
And down
Blue
10,000.
116.
Which I'm actually going to do 10,500. Let's make sure I don't bust through 10,000 too fast.
Turn right heading 160. JetBlue 18.
And we'll send around 2,200 feet per minute. Actually, I'm just going to do 2,000.
Turn right heading 210.
And spool is out, so we don't get too much speed in the beginning. Actually, I'm gonna, yeah, it's fine. It's
New
fine.
York approach, Alpha Foxtrot 04.
Is that a plane right there ahead of us?
Turn left heading 030.
Yeah, it is right there.
Fat
Yeah,
Albert
strobe.
888. Turn right heading 100. JetBlue 999.
Let's see if we can spot New York from distance. I don't know how close we're gonna get vectored to it in the beginning. We're pretty far out from it, but it should be
Turn right heading 210, JetBlue
over
419.
there.
Delta 89, turn right heading 090, descend and maintain 10,000. Alpha Foxtrot 04, turn right heading 160.
I usually just look for Manhattan, and that helps me find. Yep, there it is right there. That's Manhattan. You guys may not, if you know New York, you'll see it, but it's like right there where our right above the V line, second line. I don't know what they call those things. Can I do a long haul LA to Honolulu? That would actually be a fun flight. Maybe when I get an iPad, we'll do more of those.
Follow instructions or you will be ghosted. JetBlue 777, turn left, heading 280.
Oh, I arms full, but didn't actually
Philadelphia Airport flight level 180, left turns, do not exceed 2. Blue 116,
alright, right heading 090.
right heading 090. Stand by, Coté 15 heavy.
Are you guys
Turn
hearing
right,
ATC okay? It's not not echoing anything like that for you.
Sierra Tango Romeo Lima Yankee, turn left, heading 010.
It's true. On Express Server, you gotta know ATC is boss. When technically ATC works for us. I wonder how often that happens, like in real life, where pilots are like, "Hey, you work for me. Don't give me attitude." Hawaii. I love the Hawaiian Air liveries. I love that plane. Noah, what's up, Muffin? Brandon, 19, thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. Yeah, Leon Kiwi, I noticed like a while later that it wasn't it. It is true, I do actually make music, so you can check that out. Oh, we're almost there already. Almost to 10,000 feet. Speaking of music, probably going to be getting busy again soon with studio and stuff. Working with another producer. She's from Brazil. I think she lives... I don't know where she lives right now. She's from Brazil. She was living in Brazil. She moved to Europe. I'm not sure if she ever moved to the US. I know she was working in the US for a while, but I'm not sure. Anyway, working with a producer from somewhere far away. And she's super cool. She's made a few songs for us before, or a few tracks for us, and we finished the song. But I'll be writing, so that means I'm gonna be stressing out again. I don't know why. I just gotta make sure I don't procrastinate and then I get stuff done early. That's really the truth right there. No QP, sorry man, I'm only be doing this one flight. I gotta get back to work as soon as we land.
Turn left heading 100, JetBlue 419.
Hawaiian's getting 787. Hawaiian, that would work for Hawaiian. Thank you, Lala, a bunch of letters for the follow. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. But I think a 787 would work great for where Hawaiian Airlines flies, because that would just work perfectly for them. Wow, thank you, Brandon, for the follow and the donation. Appreciate it. I wish I could read whatever that says, but I can't. Right heading 150. Try resending that in the chat, and maybe I'll be able to see it. But I couldn't see it. It was super tiny on the screen. What is my job? My job is actually, I am currently a web designer, is technically what I am. I manage and design websites, mainly just one website for now, but I do multiple websites whenever they need me to do other websites. But I work from home, which allows me to stream, or at least stream at the time that I do, and I'm very thankful for that. Let's slow down. We're still at 280 knots. I'm gonna go down to 240.
Light spoilers extended.
See, that's exactly why I didn't go down to 10,000 feet, because I just right now forgot to slow down, and we would have been speeding if I had not. I'm not gonna tell you which website. But yeah, I work on a website. It's nothing weird. It's actually I will tell you that it's a church website for a church in Atlanta. A pretty big church in Atlanta. And, they have like a ton of web pages, and so I manage all this stuff.
Contacting New York approach on 134.35. EVA 32 heavy.
Delta Lima Victor Alpha 1891, descend and maintain 7000.
Uh-oh, somebody got reported or ghosted already. Not good. Again, guys, 5 miles. Sorry, 5 mile separation before you reach ATC, which is 60 miles out at 18,000 feet.
Roger. Delta Lima Victor Alpha 1891.
Alright, speed looks good. Altitude looks almost good. Go to 10,000 even.
Philadelphia at 5,700 feet. Requesting radar vectors to John F. Kennedy.
Bravo Romeo Echo 27.
And look at the airspace right now. Busy, busy. It looks like busy but organized. I like that. You got most of the arrivals down here on the south of the airport being vectored. You got this long line of approaches over here. We're gonna I think it's approaches. I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, I think it is. And we're expecting 04. Was it right or was it left that he gave us? I think he gave us right. Either way, they're going the same direction. So I see a interesting looking, creative looking pattern that they got us going. So they got us flying back away to the southeast of the airport. You can see where JetBlue is, Las Vegas. Kind of draw like a circle where it goes to these guys, back around, and then back up, and then back again, and then back to up. So it's like a whole freaking racetrack happening right there. So we still have a bit of a while, I think, until we actually get on the ground. But we're being vectored currently. We're landing.
Turn right heading 280. Turn right heading 280. Bravo Alpha Victor Alpha 184. Romeo Alpha Victor India
Zimbabwe. You know, I don't know that I've streamed South Africa yet. I'm still looking forward to South America, but I have not streamed South Africa yet. I want to go to South Africa. Every time South Africa like day happens for Infinite Flight, I always miss it. I'm always busy or doing something else.
Turn left heading 280. Delta Lima Victor Alpha 1891.
I kind of feel bad for IFATC. They probably get so many messages every day of ghostings. They probably don't even want to ghost people anymore because they keep getting like they're gonna get a million DMs.
Uniform Papa Sierra 232. Turn left heading 080. Climb and maintain 14,000. WestJet 1145 due to
Sauce King, ATC doesn't give you violations. They give you, I don't think they give you violations. Or do this. You guys can correct me. I don't think ATC can give violations. You automatically get violations just for breaking the basic rules, like going too fast under 10,000 feet. So if you were already going too fast under 10,000 feet, you probably got a violation from Infinite Flight, not from the actual controller. But I don't know if I'm reading the story correctly. Nice. Ben Brook just finished a 19-hour flight from wherever WMKK is. How you feel? How you feel? You tired? You ready for another one? Thank you, dear crush. That's what I thought. Yeah, so IFATC doesn't give you violations. Here we go. Reduce speed to 200 knots. They don't give you violations. They only give you ghostings.
Blue 116.
So if you got a violation, which would not technically take you off the expert server, I don't think.
Turn right heading 170.
How many violations do you get? I forgot the number. But point is, if you ghosted, that's a different story. He's pumped up. I gotta say, when I do long hauls, it's something weird about it. You're like, yeah, I just did a 19-hour flight. That's like an entire day. You could have slept like 4 times in that flight. And you finish, and for some reason you want to do another one. I don't understand what it is. There's something about flying across the world virtually that makes you just want to do it a second time.
Turn right heading 060. Descend and maintain 10,000. Air Force 1, turn left.
Plus 5 violations and you're off expert for a week. Alright. Only 5? That's a lot. I'm surprised it's that many.
Delta 1 heavy. Turn left heading 340. Descend and maintain.
A running belly. What does that mean? That sounds like the BJs. No, this is BG's. Bubble Guts. Uh-oh. Was told they are not accepting traffic into... So you're going to Newark.
Proceed on course. Alpha Foxtrot 04.
Are they already shutting the airport now? There is a lot of people out here though. Look at it. And we have more coming out from somewhere else.
Qatari 703 is 0 nautical miles north.
It's not just us out here.
Oxford at 16,900 feet. Requesting GPS approach runway 4.
But for you guys, Friday Night Flight is all day long, so maybe if you weren't able to fly with us, You can still do flights throughout the whole day. I mean, it's actually early. Like, I think Friday night flight just started. Like the official Friday night flight just started. So you got all day to fly. They have a ton of established routes in and out of the New York area, and there's a lot of really good ones. The one we chose today is a short one again because I just don't have a lot of time. And I was trying to do a little bit shorter of a stream today, but there's longer flights. There's flights, I think, probably to LA, maybe. I'm not sure if there's a flight all the way to LA, but there's a lot of options. I know JFK is a pretty popular place. I don't know that JFK is as popular as like Dubai on an infinite flight, or it might be neck and neck with like London. I'm not sure. London probably gets more traffic than JFK. And LA, I don't really know the status of LA on the expert server. I haven't flown to LA in years, in probably a year. I got sick of LA flying that before Global came out. Like, I was always flying to LA and Palm Springs and freaking San Clemente. So once I finally got to get out of there, I was out. I was gone. Did Friday night flight come to Jamaica? It has before. And I think we did a flight to Jamaica. I think my only stream to Jamaica was when we did the Caribbean tour. And I've been thinking about tours. Like, I really wanted to actually do an American tour while Infinite Flight was doing their Friday night flight American tour. I just didn't work out for me. But I want to get back into doing some more tours. Like, that was a lot of fun. Like, that was probably one of my favorite things we've done. As a stream community or whatever, is like the flight tours we do, where we pick a country, we pick a theme. We did the most dangerous airport tour, we did the Caribbean tour, we did Australian tour. So it's really cool. It's educational too, but I definitely enjoyed that. And I still want to do some other tours. I don't want to say the names of them, so I don't want anybody to take my idea. But it has some more tour ideas that I want to do. I left 070 Blue 116.
Turn left heading 070 Blue 116.
Thank you. Good day. United.
You know, I always wonder, like, because I watch like a lot of real life pilots do their flight vlogs. I mean, they have landing lights and seatbelt signs on, by the way. I watch a lot of other pilots do their vlogs and stuff like that, and I hear them talking to ATC and flying and talking to the camera at the same time. Like, how do they keep track of all this stuff? And like, now that I stream, I'm like, okay, it's possible. Like, when I first started flying, I know I'm not gonna be able to be like making videos right then. I need to get comfortable with playing. I need to make sure that I'm putting flying first before YouTube, before video. But once I get a better handle of everything, I can start recording and doing things like that. I guess you just kind of like a selective hearing for your call sign, I guess, is what it is. What's up, Larry Schwartz?
Sierra Tango Romeo Lima Yankee. Romeo Alpha Victor India November, turn left, heading 310, descend and maintain 7000. Porter 25, descend and maintain 7000.
Descend and maintain 7000, Porter 25.
JFK is the third most popular airport in infinite flight. Seneca, we still need to visit your airport that you asked me for. I'm surprised you haven't mentioned it this stream. Every stream you come and you ask for a specific airport. Every time. I haven't forgotten. Don't worry. We're gonna go there eventually. We're gonna get there. But I want to just see what the heck it's about.
Turn right heading 190, JetBlue 0223.
Turn right heading 150, Delta 1 Heavy.
Wow, we're out here. I can't even see I can barely see the land on our left wing out there.
JetBlue 1934, requesting descent to 8,000.
Look at that. Look how I take a picture of this. This is dope looking.
Turn left heading 020.
I feel like ATC is trying to tell us something in code. Like, I feel like looking at this, you kind of think there's like a underlying message happening in the overlay and the way he's doing traffic. Like, I'm wondering if this means something. Do you guys see anything? I think that'd be a fun thing if ATC controllers are not doing this. You should start, not to like slow down traffic, but like if you can find an efficient way to draw things in the sky with airplanes, send me that screenshot. and not like drawing it with waypoints. Like people do that all the time. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like this, but like you organize planes in a way that you can actually see an image. So I feel like I see something. I'm not sure what I see. I feel like there's a message here. I feel like something's here, but I don't know what it is. It just looks really cool.
JetBlue 419.
Jet Airways 334, expect vectors for the aisles approach runway 4 right if
Need to go to CLCLK in Cyprus. Oh yeah, I like Cyprus. I've been there before.
Turn right heading 100. Blue
Cyprus is a really cool airport
turn
actually.
right heading 150.
Turn right heading 150. Blue 1236.
Oh yeah, motivational quote. What's up, Larry Short? Thank you for joining chat, man. I know I'm one of those people. Whenever I go watch people live stream, I never type anything. So like I could have watched some of you guys' live streams before, and you wouldn't even know I was there because I never said nothing. That's just my style of gameplay watching. Such a weird thing to say. My style of gameplay watching. What the heck are you talking about? But whenever I go watch another streamer, I rarely say anything unless I have a specific question about something that I couldn't figure out on my own. It's not that I don't like the community. I don't know. I don't know anybody. I'm weird like that. Like I'm still an introvert. And the dope thing about this is that I'm in and I'm traverting. So take it how you want it. Lambo Jelly. Yes sir, I am on my phone. Right here.
Expect vectors for the aisles approach runway 4 right at John F. Kennedy. Romeo Echo Golf Echo November Tango, turn right heading 080, climb and maintain flight level 180.
Yeah, like the circle approach.
Uniform Papa Sierra 232, turn right.
Saul says they should hire me at Infinite Flight. I would make an A350. If you can legit make an A350, you should contact Infinite Flight. Because if you can make an A350, you can make a lot of really useful, helpful things for Infinite Flight. Did I see suggestion? I did not see whatever suggestion you're talking about. Appreciate it, Larry. Appreciate it, Larry.
Quarter 25, contact New York approach on 134.35.
Contacting New York approach
Larry.
on 134.35.
I don't know if anybody watches Impractical Jokers. It may only be a US show. I don't know how far this show goes out, but it's a show about 4 guys who apparently were like buddies in college, and now they have a whole show that's about making fun of each other in public. And they have this one like joke where like one of the guys just screams out Larry, which is not a person that exists. Like they basically say like he's like in a mall, and they're like, all right, I want you to walk around the mall and scream out Larry. Like you're looking for Larry. You have to go and ask every person you see for Larry. But Larry's not a real person. But we need to go and ask everybody where Larry is. And so he goes with a bunch of people, and he's like, hey, have you seen Larry? Thank you, Ganesha Usha, for the subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. He goes to all these people asking where Larry is. They're like, no, I don't know Larry. I never met Larry. And he's actually hoping that he finds a person whose name is Larry, and then he can actually like claim that that person is Larry. But he never finds Larry. He just keeps yelling out Larry everywhere. It's freaking funny. When are we gonna land? We're landing soon. We're just being vectored right now. This is part of the process with the approach. And we're good on fuel. Thankfully, I added fuel right before takeoff. But we are in the process of landing right now. We are talking with approach, and they are just vectoring us behind the rest of the incoming traffic, so we can safely land on runway 04, left or right. Matter of fact, there's no one landing at this second.
Roger.
He's vectoring everybody out like pretty far.
American 13, turn right heading 080.
He got something set up. Like that's what it looks like. I do see a few people entering in from the west now.
080. Descend and maintain 10,000.
Like American 79. There's another guy over here somewhere. ACBA 203.
Land Chili 512, Roger. Turn right heading 030, Tango Hotel 3619. JetBlue 18, turn left heading 310, descend and maintain.
Uh-oh, Nightbot.
American 917.
I feel like my mods are the bouncers and Nightbot is the guard dog. I wish I could rename Nightbot. That would be legit. They should allow you to like give Nightbot new names.
JetBlue 419, turn right heading 020. American
like Sauce King, like can you really make like I mean, are you just like you just think you can do it, but can you really like make an A350? That's my question. And I don't think that the modeling is the issue. Left 020. anybody, okay, not anybody, but most people can,
Turn left.
if they learn how to 3D
020,
model, they can model
descend
a
and
decent
maintain
version of an
8000,
A350.
2116.
If I put my heart to it, I could probably model an A350. I have the program to do it, but I'm not great at that program, so I'm not even going to attempt it right now. I'm still working on trying to do scenery, 3D buildings and stuff like that.
Turn right heading 250.
He only gave us this, he didn't give us an altitude, did
Turn
he?
right heading 110. JetBlue 80 is 14 nautical miles southeast of Lakewood at 11,200.
Oh yeah, he did.
feet.
8,000.
Requesting aisles approach any runway of John F. Kennedy. Coté 15 heavy, turn left heading 030, climb and maintain 10,000. Turn left heading 030, climb and maintain 10,000, Coté 15 heavy.
New York approach. JetBlue 1.
That's 020, 8,000. That's making sure that I was doing the right thing. Make sure you follow the directions.
Turn right heading 110, IFAE Euro. Roger, JetBlue 80.
IFA Euro, what's up?
Turn right heading 120. American 13, turn right heading 150.
Turn right heading 120, Jet Airways 334.
JetBlue 419.
European
turn
tour
left
from
heading
Madrid to
330.
Saudi
Turn
Arabia.
left heading 330.
I feel like the European tour would be.
JetBlue 419.
We need to do that though, because that was actually
Turn
requested
right heading
before when we were
070.
trying to decide if we should do
Air Force
Australia.
One, contact
A
New
lot of you guys
York
wanted me to do a
approach on
European tour,
13.35.
which I'm not against. I actually love
Contacting New
Europe. I think Europe
York
is
approach on
great.
13.35. Air Force
Jet
One.
propelled llamas.
Turn
That
right
is an
heading
amazing
150,
screen name. I like that.
American 13.
Lanchili 512.
It just would take forever
Lanchili
to
512
finish
is
that
37
tour
nautical miles
and picking
east of
all the
Eagles
cities and
Nest at
stuff.
12,000 feet. Requesting GPS approach any runway at John F. Kennedy.
That's a good question, Graham. Why
Lanchili
don't you stream
512,
anymore?
Expect vectors for the Isles approach runway 4 right
I can
at John
call
F.
you
Kennedy.
Pilot 06.
Roger,
Well, welcome
Lanchili
Pilot 06. Good to see you.
512. Lanchili 512. Turn
Just a
left
touch
heading
or a Japanese tour with
350.
islands with
Descend and maintain
that's another
10,000.
good idea.
Turn
A
left
Japanese
heading
tour would be a really good
350.
idea.
Descend and maintain 10,000. Lanchili 512. Fat Albert 888. Turn right heading 040.
By the way, I am
Descend
Mr.
and
Infinite
maintain
Flight.
10,000.
Welcome, Mr. Infinite Flight,
Delta
aka
89,
Jet Propelled
turn
Llamas.
left
I like the
heading
Jet Propelled
310.
Llamas name better.
Descend and maintain 7,000. JetBlue 419. Turn left heading 250.
I think, yeah, I mean, if you really think you can make an A350, no
Turn
joke,
left heading 310. Descend and maintain 7,000. Delta
you should
89.
either. Oh no, I wouldn't even say this because I don't even know what. I think you should contact Infinite Flight, but I also think that if you think you can make an A350, I say do it. Do it now. Make it, like, start modeling it or whatever it is that you can do on your own without Infinite Flight's help. Do that, and then show that to Infinite Flight, and Infinite Flight will know that you're serious. So I'm thinking that everybody in here would ask you now, can you make an A350 for us? Now Infinite Flight might have a whole different process because they already have a person who models things, they have a person who codes it, they have a process and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, if you're willing to help for free, I mean, why would they turn that down? Especially if it's quality. Now we don't want a sucky A350, we want something that's good. Turn left 310.
JetBlue 419, turn left.
Yeah, we don't want no sucky A350.
Turn left heading 310, Blue 116.
Turn left heading 210, JetBlue 419.
Las Vegas, turn left heading 290.
Pilot 06, you're 12 and want to be a pilot, we'll get started. I would give my siblings for an Infinite Flight A350. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things you'd give your siblings up for. What you should have said is I would give my firstborn child for an A350. I think a lot of people would agree to that.
Contacting New York approach on
Blue's actually back there. You can probably see his leg. If you look really close, you can see his leg. He's like laying on his back like a human right now in the chair. Super laid back, super like chill as heck right now.
0 knots. JetBlue 18. American 917 is 21 nautical miles south of Bayport Aerodrome at 9,800 feet. Requesting Isles approach runway 6 at Long Island.
He's chilling.
Uniform Papa Sierra 232, turn right.
Oh, I did forget the motivational quote. Matter of fact, I'm gonna use yours. I didn't have one prepared for myself.
Turn right heading 200, Uniform Papa Sierra 232.
Let me see if I can find it.
Roger, American 917.
Envoy 155.
There it is. Alright, today's, it's been a while since we've had a viewer submitted motivational quote of the day. So let's do it today. Today's motivational quote of the day is brought to you by Graeme Porter.
Turn left heading 320. Turn right.
When you miss a target, don't get down, get a new one. I like it. It's kind of similar to what I said earlier. If you miss a target, just shoot again. It's like if you go to the shooting range and you miss, you just load up, reload, and do it again. Same with life. If you miss a target, try it again.
Turn left heading 080. Jet Airways 33.
How can we make that more practical though? So like, let's see, what could be a target? It's the most simple things, man. The simple things in life. Hamza, what's up, man? What's something that could be practical? Like, what's a target you could be shooting for? Yeah, man, you guys can always suggest inspirational quotes. I'm always open to them. Makes it easy for me because I got to keep coming up with these every freaking day. It was easy in the beginning. I had this long freaking list. Now my list is like this long.
Turn left heading 190.
JetBlue 0223.
Would I give up blue for an A350? I would not.
Bravo Romeo Echo 2788.
Oh yes, Hamza, you miss 100% of the shots you do not take. That is one of my favorite quotes, and that is one of my that's one of the quotes that inspires me the most. Is that if you don't even try, you'll never have a chance.
JetBlue 2, turn left.
Yeah, target could be a goal you have in life, that's for sure. For example, I mentioned this earlier, I missed my target for starting my pilot lessons. Well, you know what? I reloaded up. I'm aiming down the sights again in 2019, and I'm going to try it again. And it's not that I like tried and failed, it's just that I didn't even get the opportunity. But just same thing, if you miss 100% of the shots you never take, if I never even try to get my pilot license, then it's never going to happen. So I think that's really where I'm kind of starting to think, like, I don't have enough money. That's the truth. I know I don't have enough money in the long run to start paying for lessons from start to finish. So what I'm thinking of doing instead, to send the 7,000, is going out, having just enough money for like 1 or 2 lessons just to get started, and then just see where it goes, because you never know. You just never know. So I'm thinking maybe of trying that. I need to start looking and researching and finding an actual person who can teach me, CFI or somebody, instructor, flight instructor.
American 13, turn right.
Whoa, that is a long message, but I'm going to read it because we apparently have time. Vital Vital, that's too many letters close together. Vital Gaming 2K over to the stream.
Turn right heading 030.
Let's read this message from Jacko. The misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently, they're not fond of rules. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. First time I heard that word. But the only thing you can't do is ignore them because they change things. They push the human race forward, and while some may see them as crazy ones, we see genius, because the ones who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones. Uh-oh, he didn't finish it. Where is it? Where's the end of it, bro? Yes, Pilot 06, I do stream on Twitch. Matter of fact, we're live on Twitch right now, and that's where that comment came in from. And for some reason, I didn't see the end of that message, so you got to send the rest of that half, because you got all of us on the cliff. We're all like, how does it end? What happens? Who is this person? Freaking a book he sent us, man. A motivational book. I'm be real with you. I thought about, I don't read. Okay, I read a little bit, but I don't like all the time read like books all the time. So it's not my favorite thing to do. I'd rather watch videos about it or listen to it. but I've thought about writing a book myself. I feel like every person at some point in their life thinks that they could write a book, and I'm at that point where I think I can write a book. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm almost. Like, I got a book idea, so when I get to that point that I want to write a book, I already got a book to write. You know what I'm saying? So like, over the past few years, I've already been like, I already know what kind of book I'm gonna write. I got that out the way. When it gets to that time, when I get old, and I'm like, all right, it's time for book writing time, I want to write a book. I can't say what the book is about, because that would give away my book idea, but maybe I'll write a book. There's so many things. I got so many ideas, so many things I want to do. Wish what? Wait, wish it was an IF. What is an IF? Oh, your plane is a 727. 727 is a good plane. I like the 727. Not my favorite plane. I would not die if the 727 never came to infinite flight. If it came to infinite flight, I'd be happy, I guess. It's just 727 is not a plane that I'm like, yay, 727. It's more like, oh, I know what that is.
Descend and maintain 7,000. JetBlue 0223, reduce speed to 200 knots. Bravo Romeo Echo 2788, descend and maintain 7,000.
See. The ones who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones who do. Yes, there it is. That is true. The ones who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones that do. That is 100% true, because if you think you can change the world, people are going to think you're freaking crazy. Because the things you got to do to change the world are so opposite of what the world is used to usually. People are rarely going to support you in the beginning until they start seeing stuff happen. They start seeing movement. But yeah, man, I mean, start one step at a time, one person at a time. Captain Sign, what perks do you get by being sponsored by Infinite Flight? Well, I get to put sponsored by Infinite Flight on my streams. That's one perk. Another thing that I get to do is I get to put it also on my thumbnails whenever I post the final video. They support me, I support them. That's a huge help. They share my streams from time to time. Laura will show up. They also actually do a lot of things behind the scenes where they actually help me to be even more realistic, which is cool. I really like that. That's not something that I was really expecting in the beginning of the process of the idea of sponsoring and working with Infinite Flight. Not working, I guess, for Infinite Flight, but sponsoring and like working with them, like collaborating, I would like to say. But it's cool because like some of the like mods and the staff, like I've talked to them and they've given me tips on things that I do in my streams, things that I can do better, things to better my landings, better my taxi. So it's like, it's cool because it's in the end it's gonna make me a better Infinite Flight pilot. It's cool. I really like I feel like I really like the relationship we have. I don't know how they feel but I like the relationship we have. It's still early. We've only done a few sponsor streams so far, just to start this year, but I'm looking forward to this year with seeing what opportunities come out, planning on hopefully work like doing some collaborations with them coming up at the Flight Sim Expo. We'll see. I still gotta get my ticket for that, but I'm hoping to go to the Flight Sim Expo this year. I think it's in Orlando, and I'm hoping to not drive. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fly out there, but yeah, we'll see. But it's been pretty cool. I also got a shirt. That was another really cool perk. And I guess it's like I'm sponsored, which makes you like kind of like an official streamer of Infinite Flight, you know. Twitch crew, Ellie Pell. MD82 would die. Feurum TV, what's up, man? Thanks for stopping by. It's good to see you always, man. Oh, here we go. Contact New York approach 13435. Does it automatically switch it, or do I gotta do it myself?
134.35, Blue 116.
Alright, I believe he said to just check in, right?
New York approach.
I think I just check in.
Blue 116.
I think that's what he told me last time, that just check in whenever switching between. Increase speed to 230 knots.
116. Increase speed to 230 knots. JetBlue 80.
All right.
Reduce speed to 230 knots.
Increase speed to 230 knots.
Well, imagine if we had a
2116.
space shuttle that could go to the
Romeo
moon.
Alpha Victor India November.
That'd be a whole
Contact
other
John F.
simulator.
Kennedy Tower on 119.1.
I think we always think about that though. Whenever we have a flight sim, we're like, well, I want a little bit more. Can I go higher? Can I go to the moon? I can see the moon. Can I go to it? That'd be pretty cool. You can do that on Star Citizen. You'll be on a planet, and then you can be on the ground and then look up like, I want to go there, and just fly up there and do it. That's what I like about flight. Alright, Larry has a motivational quote for us. You can't stay on your future path if you keep looking at the mistakes of your past. That is true. Man, you guys are coming through with the motivational quotes today. I like it. I love it. I'm going to have to write that down.
Reduce speed to 230 knots. JetBlue.
That's where I get my quotes though, by the way. If you ever wondered for whatever reason where I get my quotes from, is like wherever, you know, when I'm out doing stuff, if I hear somebody say something, or if I see something, you know, like just random times, I'll just write it down in my iPhone notes, and I just over the years have a really long list of motivational quotes and stuff, and motivational stories and all kinds of things.
Descend and maintain 3000.
I reckon you should be a professional motivational
until
coach.
established on the
I wouldn't mind. I like motivating people. I like a friend of mine, he goes to my church. He's been having a really hard time lately, and he messaged me like on Facebook while I was out of town. This is while I was in Boston, and he's watched my streams a few times. We play Forza together. He's been having a hard time with like jobs, and he's like, man, I'm so sick of like all these dead-end jobs. Like I keep having to find new jobs. I'm tired of looking for new jobs. Blah, blah, blah.
JetBlue 419.
And so usually, like, I don't know, whenever I wasn't giving him advice, I wouldn't say I was giving him advice. I would not. My head's not that big. But I was really just asking him questions that he needed to ask himself. That's something I do a lot of times when somebody approaches me with an issue or something like they're having a hard time with something. First of all, I give them compassion. Like, alright, yeah, it sucks. I kind of understand how you feel. I've been through this, that may be similar, maybe it may not be the same, but you know, I've been through something a little bit similar, or I understand that how that could be hard for you. But then I ask them questions that they should already be asking themselves that usually they already kind of know the answer to. And by answering them, a lot of times they feel better. And that's usually how they feel better. But anyway, I recommended him go to some place that was happening that night. They had some stuff happening, and he went and ended up getting a job interview. So I was like, dope. And now that he landed that job a week later, or a few weeks later, left heading 250. He's also thinking about marriage. So I was like, hey, cool. Alright, I see land. Land ho.
Turn left heading 250.
Where the heck are we right now? Because we've been vectoring for a while. The hardest part of the A350 is making the landing gear retract and come out because it glitches. What's the type of voice that I use on ATC? I'll let you guys know the industry. Somebody else asked me the same question. I don't remember, so remind me. When we finish, we'll probably take a look at our flight report for in-flight operations, and then we can also look at what sounds I'm using.
Romeo Echo 2788. Radar contact. Bravo Romeo Echo 2788.
I want to see my flight path on my flight.
Knots.
Increase speed to 220.
Oh, are we above Long Island? Oh, we're over. This is Long Island.
Blue 116.
Right.
Turn right heading 260.
Turn right heading 260. Blue 116.
Donde está? Here's where we are.
Thank you. Good day.
Yeah, the Emirates, same altitude to our right. Yeah, Long Island's over here. That right there is Long Island, New York.
Las Vegas. Contact John F. Kennedy Tower on 119.1.
Contacting John F. Kennedy Tower on 119.1, Las Vegas.
Delta 89. Turn right heading 280.
Turn right heading 280. Delta 89.
FIF, you're losing life if you have a... What does that mean? I don't know what you're trying to say, Kamani.
Descend and maintain 6,000.
Down to 6,000 people, we're getting down there.
Descend and maintain 6,000, Blue 116.
So far our instructions are to maintain 230 knots and descend down to 6,000, and that's
turn
what
right
we're doing.
heading 300.
Land lights are on, seatbelt signs are
turn
on.
right heading 010. Descend and maintain 3,000.
Flight time now is an hour and 25.
Until established on the localizer. Cleared aisles
We
runway
have
4 right approach.
24% fuel,
Turn right heading
2,500 pounds
Delta 89.
on board.
Turn right heading 010.
Airport is at
Descend
our...
and maintain
what
3000.
o'clock?
Maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared aisles runway
o'clock?
4 right. JetBlue 18.
22.
Bravo
2:30.
Romeo Echo 2788. Turn left heading 280.
Turn left heading 280. Bravo Romeo Echo 2788.
New York approach.
Expert
JetBlue
server,
888.
expert server.
With you.
JetBlue 888. Contact New York approach on 126.8.
I feel like we've had longer approaches than
Turn
this.
left heading 250.
Turn left.
How do you get sponsored by
250,
Infinite Flight? I
JetBlue
don't
419.
know how to answer that question.
Contacting New
That's the
York
honest
approach
truth, I
on
don't know.
126.8. JetBlue 888. New York approach. JetBlue 888. With you.
Stream Infinite Flight. Stream it well.
JetBlue 2 is 18 nautical
Stream it
miles
consistently.
southeast of Bayport
That's the best thing I
Aerodrome
can
at
tell you.
7,000 feet. Requesting aisles approach runway 4 right of John F.
Stream it in
Kennedy.
quality.
JetBlue 888. Contact New York approach on 126.8.
Ooh, that's a good one. Believe in yourself or
Contacting
no
New
one will
York
believe in
approach
you.
on 126.8. JetBlue 888.
You know, that's actually not true.
JetBlue 888.
Because sometimes
Please
you'll have
follow
that one
instructions or you
friend
will be ghosted.
or that one
JetBlue
person
2. Expect
that
vectors for
even
the
when you
aisles
don't
approach
believe in
runway
yourself,
4
they
right
believe
of
in
John
you.
F.
And
Kennedy.
sometimes that actually helps you
Roger,
believe in yourself.
JetBlue 2.
So that
Delta
that
89.
makes sense. I
Descend and
understand that
maintain
quote when I see it.
3000.
But at the same time, I was like, technically you don't have to believe in yourself.
Delta 89. Expect vectors for the aisles approach runway 4 right at John F. Kennedy. Emirates 402. Turn right heading 300.
But that does have a
Roger,
lot to do with
Delta
people, other people
89.
believe. Most people
Turn
believe
right
in you.
heading 300.
You have to believe in yourself for
402.
people you don't know to
JetBlue
believe in
18.
you. I think
Contact John F. Kennedy Tower
that
on
is more accurate.
119.1.
It doesn't roll off the
Contacting John
tongue
F.
as well.
Kennedy
Because
Tower
the sound
on
is good.
119.1. JetBlue 18.
I do not get paid by Infinite Flight. I do not.
Delta 89. Turn right heading 010.
That would be nice.
Descend and maintain
But I don't.
3000. Maintain
Not that
3000
kind of
until
deal.
established on the localizer. Cleared aisles runway
Maybe
4
someday
right
I'll get.
approach.
Maybe someday games will pay me to play their
JetBlue
games.
0223. With you.
Turn right heading 010.
That'll be life right there. That's the dream.
Descend and maintain 3000. Maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared aisles runway 4 right. Delta 89.
Easy
That's what everybody wants, though, to get
3554.
paid to do something
Turn
they love
right
to do
heading
already.
120.
That's kind of like my
JetBlue
goal in everything I do
0223.
is
Radar
to
contact.
create a life
JetBlue
that I can get
0223.
paid doing the things
Turn
that I
left
already
heading
enjoy doing.
280.
And this is one of
Descend
those
and
things that I
maintain
already enjoy doing.
5000.
I mean, YouTube
Turn
pays
left
me,
heading 280.
but
Descend and maintain
there's
5000.
no specific
JetBlue
like,
0223.
company that pays me to do
JetBlue
this.
0223. Increase speed to 230 knots.
New York approach. Delta 15.
Save yourself or you'll be condemned
Increase
forever.
speed to 230 knots.
These are getting dark.
JetBlue 0223.
Delta 89.
Bishop
Contact John F.
Magali,
Kennedy
what's up,
Tower
man?
on
Long time no see.
119.1.
Welcome to the stream.
Contacting
Starly has
John F.
landed
Kennedy
and
Tower
parked.
on
Dope.
119.1. Delta 89.
Contacting New York approach on 126.8.
If you leave
Delta
now,
15.
you take away the biggest part.
JetBlue
of me.
0223. Expedite. JetBlue
They should have a grade
Blue
6.
116.
I'm not against the grade 6
Turn
idea.
left heading 240.
Left
Descend
240
and
down to
maintain
4,000. Blue 116.
Emirates 402. Descend and maintain 5000.
Turn left heading 240, descend and maintain 4000.
The lower we get, the more
116.
closer we get to the ground.
Bravo Romeo Echo
Closer we
2788.
get to
Descend and
dropping these
maintain
passengers off so they
6000.
can enjoy. You know, I do really like JFK Airport. It's a really nice airport.
Descend and maintain
If you ever get a chance to fly
6000.
through JFK, it's
Bravo
busy as
Romeo
heck,
Echo 2788.
It's a really nice airport. They do a good job there.
JetBlue 80.
Like, it feels like a freaking mall, like a
JetBlue
legit
80.
mall inside of
Turn
it.
right heading
A big shopping
010.
center.
Descend and maintain 3000. Maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared
Cooking
aisles
is your
runway
calling,
4 right
bro.
approach.
You should come to my
Turn
house.
right heading
Cook for me. What do you
010.
cook?
Descend and maintain 3000.
I like to
Maintain
eat.
3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared aisles runway 4 right. JetBlue
I don't mind
80.
cooking.
JetBlue 80.
The
Expedite.
thing for me is I don't like
Port
doing
in
dishes.
sight. JetBlue 80.
And the problem is when you
New
cook,
York
there's a
approach,
lot of
Delta
dishes.
1
And I'm a messy
heading
cook.
with you.
That's the thing.
JetBlue
I'm
80.
trying to get better at it, but I'm a
Disregard
pretty
last
messy cook.
message.
My wife is a
Delta
freaking
1
clean
heavy.
cook. Like,
Radar
it's like nothing
contact.
left behind. I don't know how she does it. Apparently you have to clean while you
JetBlue
cook. I don't know who does that.
0223.
Just kidding.
Reduce speed
But,
to 230 knots.
did I have to turn? I
JetBlue
didn't
2.
turn, do I?
Increase speed to 230 knots.
Reduced speed to
240,
230
yeah, we're
knots.
good.
JetBlue 0223.
Checking on some things.
JetBlue 80,
Airport should be off our right wing. We're technically like on a rightish downwind.
Delta 1 heavy. Reduced
We're
speed
going
to
on base
230
soon.
knots.
See traffic ahead. We have JetBlue 419 and SkyWest 196, but he is going somewhere
Copy
else.
emergency fuel. JetBlue 80.
By the way, guys, they are not accepting people who are coming in with emergency fuel. I probably should have said that a long time ago, but if you fly to JFK today, make sure you pack way more than enough fuel than you need, at least a couple hours of extra fuel. And if you're flying like from a long haul, definitely bring a lot of extra fuel and expect delays flying to JFK because I don't believe they're accepting people to come in with emergency fuel.
Turn left heading 240. Bravo Romeo Echo 2788.
JetBlue 2. Turn left heading 270. Descend and maintain 6,000.
What do I think about the infinite flight post about them working on 3 aircraft? I'm excited about new planes. Always excited about new planes. What are those 3 planes? We'd love to know what they are. I would love to know what they are. I'm curious at the direction that they're gonna go. I mean, the last 2 planes that were released were the A-10, which was a fighter jet, and before that was a TBM, which is General Aviation. Obviously, the community all wants a new airliner. They're all requesting either the A330, this A350, or a rework of one of the other popular airliners, but mainly the A330 and the A350. I don't know. I really don't know. Like I'm not in like that. I don't really know what their plans are there.
Blue 116. Turn right heading 310. Descend and maintain 3,500.
Contacting New York approach on 126.8.
All right, 310 down to
310. Descend and maintain 3,500. Blue 116.
All right, we're getting close. I'm trying to think. Like, what could it be? I'm trying to guess. You know, like I kind of like guessing. Like, what could they be working on? I kind of feel like at least one of these 3 planes is going to be a GA. I doubt they're going to add another fighter. I don't think it would be smart for them to add a fighter unless they add some more reasons to fly fighters. I don't think they should add a fighter unless it's just like a bonus. But I'm hoping that at least 2 of these 3 planes are airliners, reworks or branded planes. For the community's sake. Alright, we're on base.
Flight 255. Contact New York approach.
But I can't know. I don't know.
6.8.
They've been real hush-hush about it. They haven't said much. They did a really good job of not leaking any extra information. I know they said they're doing the A330 physics update or something like that. They didn't call it that, but that's basically what it is. They're fixing some physics and some things about the A330 that's wrong with it. I personally don't know what's wrong with it because I have probably... I think I've flown the A330 one time in my infinite flight life. That's just not a plane that I'm in real life. A330 is not on my radar, so that's never been a plane I've been interested in. But I know a lot of you guys who are from Europe. A330 is a big freaking deal. But in the US, like, we don't see A330s like almost ever. Like, we see a few. It depends where you live. If you live at a big international airport, you'll see a couple. You may see a few. But if you live anywhere that's not like a big airport, you're not gonna see an A330. Yeah, I think we flew A330 one time. That's the only time I ever flew it. And I didn't like it when I flew it because the quality was just
Turn left heading 280.
Turn left heading 220. JetBlue 0.
Larry, do I fly using autopilot most of the time, or do I hand fly? That's a mix. Obviously, en route, I always fly with. Oh, here we go.
Turn right heading 020. Descend and maintain 3,000. Maintain 3,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared aisles runway for right approach.
Turn right heading
020 to establish on localizer.
Maintain 3,000.
Down to 3,000. Maintain 3,000 to establish on localizer. Runway 4 right.
Blue 116.
Emirates 402.
Land lights are on.
Turn right heading 310.
Let's go back
Descend
into the
and
cockpit and
maintain
get ready
4,000.
for landing in the JFK. But yeah, I usually oh wow, it's right there. That was a tight turn. Turn some more. Probably should have slowed me down a bit before he vectored me into that approach, because we overshot 04 right by a bit.
JetBlue 2. Turn left heading 220.
That's a good thing.
Descend and maintain 5,000.
But it depends. Honestly, it depends on my mood. Sometimes I just don't feel like landing the plane. Like I want to fly, but I don't feel like landing it. Like I don't know if anybody ever feels like that. Like I want to fly, I just don't feel like landing the plane. It's the most important part of flying. I just want to see the views. I guess I want to be a passenger or something.
Descend and maintain 5,000.
Blue 116.
No problem. Thank you.
Blue 116. Contact John F. Kennedy Tower on 119.1. JetBlue 2. Turn left heading 230.
Contacting John F. Kennedy Tower on 119.1.
Landing
Blue 116.
Runway
Envoy
155.
155.
John F. Kennedy Tower, Blue 116.
Calibrate my
Inbound
screen,
on
pick
the
the phone
ILS
up.
runway for right with information pop-up.
Blue 116. Number 1. Runway for right. Cleared to land.
I have visual of the airport.
Number
now.
1. Cleared to land. Runway for right. Blue
Let me focus on
116.
landing, then I'll maybe continue my thought if I remember. Alright, so 043 is actually the runway heading. And I'm trying to align myself with the localizer. We are, oh wow, we just busted over the, I'm gonna fly by hand from here. Okay, we're fast too, really fast. I'm gonna turn off the heading mode, I'm gonna fly here. Need to lose some altitude as well. We're at 3,000. We need to be a bit lower. We can go flaps down.
Flaps 1.
Departing straight
Pull us to arm.
Flight spoilers extend. Spoilers retracted.
Get some speed off.
Spirit Wings 457. Runway 13
Go all the way down to
Cleared for
140.
takeoff.
The plane's gonna take some time to get there.
Runway 13 left.
Bit high. We have some time to correct. So I'm gonna pull the nose up and put the flight spoilers out.
Flight spoilers
Lose
extended.
some speed quickly. Just off alignment with the airport, with the runway. By a little bit, the runway's kind of off to our right of our nose. There's 150 knots. We're still losing altitude though, which is good. Add some trim, so I don't have to hold my phone up so much. Honestly, that's what I use trim for, is because without it, I'd have to like lean the phone all the way to my face sometimes to do some of the stuff that I'm trying to do. Alright, there it is. There's a localizer. Spoilers are gonna go to arm.
Spoilers retracted.
We're actually
Runway
dropping out
13 left. Departing east.
Orange 585. Line up and wait.
Flaps
Runway
2.
4 left.
Line up and
Making
wait
some last minute
runway
corrections
4
here.
left.
We actually
Orange
screwed up
585.
a lot of that approach already.
Bravo Alpha Whiskey 18.
Right, now we are low.
Line up and wait. Runway 13 left.
Line up and wait. Runway 13 left.
Flaps 3.
Bravo Alpha Whiskey 183.
Gear down.
John F. Kennedy Tower, Mike Alpha Tango India 727, ready for takeoff at runway 13 right.
Glide slow.
Departing west.
Prepare for landing, please.
Approaching minimums.
Flaps full.
Approaching for right.
Get some trim out now. Ouch.
John F. Kennedy
There's
Tower,
glass slope.
Emirates 402, inbound on the ILS
Unstable.
runway 4
Unstable.
right with
That's
information
not good to
Papa.
hear.
Minimums.
Orange 585. Runway 4 left. Cleared for takeoff.
200.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 4 left, Orange 585.
100.
Emirates 402.
Glide slow.
Number 2.
Glide
Runway
slow.
4 right.
Glide slow.
30.
Number 2, cleared to land,
Retard,
runway 4
retard.
right,
Retard,
Emirates
idle.
402.
Landing
Alpha
spoilers
Tango India
extended.
727. Line up and wait.
Okay.
Runway 13 right. John F. Kennedy Tower.
Nice recovery.
Bravo Romeo Echo 2788. Inbound on the ILS runway 4 left. Attention all aircraft. Please stand by. Controller changes in
We just
progress.
barely missed that exit there. Go to the next one. Welcome to John F. Welcome to John F. Kennedy International.
John F. Kennedy Unicum.
New York
Bravo
City.
Alpha Whiskey 183 Heavy is taking off runway 13 left. Departing east.
Oh wow, a Spirit flying over us.
2,000 remaining.
John F. Kennedy Unicum, Orange 585 is clear of all
Here
runways.
we go. We should turn left here, huh?
Please remain seated with your
I'll go
seatbelt
straight.
fastened until the captain turns off the fasten
Should
seatbelt
turn
sign.
left.
This will indicate that we have parked at the gate and that it's safe for you to move about. At this time, you may use your cellular phones if you wish.
Such a weird exit here, because like there's a runway right there. There's no whole short line before getting to that runway until you pass the other side of the runway.
Spoilers retracted.
I'd like to thank you for joining us on this trip.
Look at
and we're
that.
looking forward to seeing you on board again in the near future. Have a
What a
pleasant
dope view. That would be so cool to look at on replay mode if I had it. Hint, hint. Somebody. Alright, flaps up.
Flaps up.
I
John
believe
F.
ground is
Kennedy
on
ground,
now.
Orange 585, ready to taxi to runway 4 left with information Papa. Orange 585, taxi to runway 4 left, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 4 left, Orange 585.
See, the thing I'm learning about taxiing on infinite flight is that I can't use the outside view. When personally I can't. Like, for me to stay on the yellow line, I have to stay right here in this view. Because if I go to the outside view, I start getting all over the place. Alright, I can put the phone down now. Oh, you missed the landing? Come on, bro. You've been here like the whole stream. How'd you miss the most important part? It must have been so smooth you didn't even feel us land. That's what it was. You're welcome. Alright, is that a runway? That is a runway. So we'll stop right before we get there and request.
Orange 585, request permission to cross runway 13 right.
Are we on ground? Yeah, we're on ground. Request taxi to
Orange
parking.
585.
John F. Kennedy ground, Blue 116, request taxi to parking.
Hold short of runway 13 right, Orange 585.
Good flight, good flight.
Blue 116.
Does that mean I can cross
taxi
runway?
to parking.
Let me ask
Taxiing to parking, Blue 116.
He didn't specifically say cross the runway. So we're going to request to cross runway 04 left. Oh, there it is.
Of runway 4 left.
Oh, he's holding
John
now.
F. Kennedy ground, Emirates 402, request taxi to parking.
Hold short of runway 4 left, Blue 116.
Emirates 402, taxi to parking. Taxiing to parking, Emirates 402.
Yeah, I don't know what our feet per minute were, but we were just a little bit left to the center line. I still have trouble landing right on the center line.
Short of runway 4 left.
At least on
Delta
infinite flight I do.
209, pushback approved. Hold short of runway 4 left, Emirates 402.
Pushback approved, Delta 209.
John F. Kennedy ground, JetBlue.
Wow, look at these heavies taking off out of here.
Ready to
Ooh,
taxi with
sketch.
information Papa.
British Airways must be going a long haul.
451, taxi to runway
Wow,
13
look at that,
right,
look at that
contact
climb
tower
rate.
when ready.
John F. Kennedy ground, Japan Air 7.
Man, I can't wait for replay mode. I can get so many
runway 13
dope
right.
freaking shots
Taxiing to
if I
runway
had replay
13
mode.
right.
I could just.
JetBlue
I'm just thinking about
451.
some ideas I got
John F.
already.
Kennedy ground, Etihad 755,
I bet there's so many
ready to
screenshots too
taxi
that
to
people haven't
runway
posted.
13 left with information Papa.
When is that coming out, by the way?
Pushback approved.
I know that I heard there's like a
Japan Air 7.
update on the horizon for it.
Taxi to runway 13 left.
Sadly, that's the only thing coming in the next update. Well, not the only, but one of the few things coming in the next update. Nothing big besides just
John F.
replay mode.
Kennedy ground, Delta
But
9979, ready
I think it'd be
for
pretty cool.
pushback
It'd be really helpful. So it's a nice feature we've been waiting for a while, and we'll be able to do a lot with it. I'll finally be able to actually watch my landings after we finish these flights.
Pushback approved, Delta 9979.
Who's awake?
John F. Kennedy ground, JetBlue 004, ready for pushback. Crossing runway
Discretion?
13 right,
Discretion.
Orange 585.
No, I cannot replay. I don't have replay mode.
Pushback approved.
John F. Kennedy ground, JetBlue 18, ready for pushback with information Papa.
Pushback approved, JetBlue 004.
So we've landed JFK, just waiting. Holding short 04 left.
JetBlue 18, pushback
I think we're
approved.
about to get the cross because somebody else just got
Pushback
it.
approved, JetBlue 18.
Emirates 402.
Make sure before you cross the runway, you always have your landing and strobe lights on.
John F.
Blue
There it is.
116, cross runway 4 left.
Crossing runway 4 left, Blue 116.
Delta 209, taxi to runway 13 right, contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to runway 13 right, Delta 209.
Bravo Romeo Echo 2788,
Approaching runway 22
taxi
right.
to parking.
Taxiing to parking.
Yeah, we have to
Bravo
cross
Romeo Echo
04 left, and
2788.
then we have to cross 13 left. 737, WestJet.
John F. Kennedy ground, Delta 9979, ready to taxi with information Papa.
Delta 9979, taxi
How's
to
the flight,
runway
Bob? Was it good?
13 right,
Cool.
contact tower when ready.
Right here.
John F. Kennedy ground, JetBlue 18, ready to taxi with information Papa.
Taxiing to runway 13 right, Delta 9979.
JetBlue 18,
We'll
taxi
hold
to
short
runway
here at
13 left,
whatever
contact
runway
tower
this
when
is. I
ready.
think it's 13.
John F. Kennedy ground, Alpha Alpha Victor 36, ready
Approaching
for
runway
pushback with
31
information
right.
Papa.
Yeah, 031.
Taxiing
Thank
to
you for
runway
reminding me,
13 left,
computer.
JetBlue 18.
Request
Alpha
cross.
Alpha Victor 36, Blue 116, hold
Oh,
short of runway
beep into it.
13 left. Lufthansa 271 Super, pushback approved.
Hold short of runway 13 left, Blue 116.
Don't let me forget to turn the landing lights and
Taxiing
strobes
to
back
runway
on before we
13
cross.
left, JetBlue 004.
If you guys have any questions, don't worry. I will answer them once we get to the gate. I've just been kind of busy taxiing, so that's not ignoring you, just kind of busy at the moment.
John F. Kennedy ground, Japan Air 7, ready to taxi to
We
runway
as humans
13
take
right
so
with
many things for
information
granted.
Papa.
That's true.
Japan Air 7, taxi to runway 13 right, contact
So there's
tower when
a,
ready.
you know me, I'm
Thank
always
you.
playing new
Good
games.
day, Emirates
I did
402.
end up downloading Plane
Taxiing to
Mechanics
runway
Simulator,
13 right, Japan Air
and
7.
I mentioned this like
John
a
F.
couple
Kennedy
streams ago
ground,
actually, that I was going to
Alpha
try it, and I
Alpha
still
Victor
haven't because I know
Blue
I'm going to probably
116,
invest a lot of
cross
time in
runway
it.
13 left. Alpha Alpha Victor 36,
Alright,
taxi
cross
to
to
runway
13
13
left.
right, contact tower when ready.
Crossing runway 13 left, Blue 116.
Japan Air 7, give way to aircraft on your left.
Taxiing to runway 13 right, Alpha Alpha Victor 36.
A busy day here for
Way to
JetBlue.
aircraft, Japan Air 7. John F. Kennedy ground, JetBlue 0223.
Alright,
Request
we will
taxi to
park
parking.
over here on the right.
JetBlue
777,
0223, taxi to
787.
parking.
At TUI.
Taxiing to parking, JetBlue 0223.
Where is... We're about to be an issue, so I'm gonna... Let's see. Stop here for a second. He stopped too.
Bravo Romeo Echo 2788.
I'm gonna actually cut
hold
to the
position.
right and go around, so I'm not sure where he's going.
Holding
We're gonna
position,
turn right
Bravo
here.
Romeo Echo 2788.
John F. Kennedy ground, United 167, ready for pushback with information Papa. Bravo Romeo Echo
We actually missed the taxiway that I
2788,
wanted to
give
take in
way
the
to
first place,
aircraft
and
ahead.
that is what caused
United
this.
167, pushback approved.
Give way to aircraft, Bravo Romeo Echo 2788.
Pushback approved, United 167.
Go left
John
here.
F. Kennedy ground,
And make a right to
Lufthansa
the ramp.
271 Super,
Right at
ready
the
to
next
taxi with
intersection.
information Papa.
Lufthansa 271 Super, taxi to runway 13 right, contact
Go.
tower when ready.
A lot better.
Taxiing to runway 13 right, Lufthansa 271 Super.
See somebody pushing back. Look at those A380s, man. Wow. Just park next to this guy.
JetBlue 0223, request permission to cross runway 22 right.
JetBlue 0223, hold short of runway 4 left.
Hold short of runway 4 left, JetBlue 0223. John F. Kennedy ground.
All right.
Ready for pushback.
Oh, nice, and right on the line. Heck
Easy
yeah.
one, pushback approved.
Pushback approved.
Welcome to JFK, guys. Let's shut the
John
engines
F.
off.
Kennedy ground, Air Force 2, ready for pushback with
Keep
information.
those signs
packet.
off, beacon lights off.
JetBlue 0223, cross
Open the
runway
doors
4
up.
left.
Crossing runway 4 left, JetBlue 0223.
Air Force 2, pushback approach.
And we're all set. You guys can get the heck out of here. No, but thank you guys so much for flying with us. If you had a question since we landed or was on approach, please go ahead and send that again before we get out of here. I don't want to miss any of you guys' questions. Not on purpose. But it was good. I wish I could. I'm pretty sure some of you guys who are either ATC or beta testers are rewatching the replay, but I wish that I could watch it with you. That'd be dope. That'd be real dope. But you know, it is what it is. Thank you, ATC, though. Make sure you guys say thank you. You don't have to say it in game, but just maybe say it in chat here and say thank you to IFATC for the great ATC that they gave us. Wow, that's loud. That's really loud.
John F. Kennedy Ground, United
For the sound like
ready to taxi with
I don't
information.
know what that sound like. For the great ATC they gave us today from Raleigh, Durham to JFK. We had a good service all the way through. I liked it. It was good. What does your phone holder look like? It looks like this. Take it off. So it's just like a little stand. You can actually put a phone on it, you can put an iPad on it, or whatever. You can get these for really cheap from like anywhere, like online. You can get, I think you can get them from Amazon. This one was actually like a gift to my wife, and she doesn't use it, so I use it. It even has a little like cord. You can put cords through there. It's cool. There's a link in my description, like my setup and everything. And I actually have one in there, so if you want to find one, I think I found a pretty cheap one that you can get on in the links in the description of a YouTube. I'm sorry, yes, YouTube description. Thank you, Starlight, for posting the Discord server. Yusuf, what's up? How do you calculate your descent? I really need to get the official answer to that question. My personal way is I usually use charts and then I calculate from there. I can't talk. I use a descent calculator website that I use. Freaking Infinite Flight Checklist has a descent calculator. You can check them out, I believe. I don't know if that's one of the free or the premium services that they give you, but check out that app. It has a descent calculator on it. Gavin McDonald, we are on expert server. What else do we got? Who else had a question? John Burt, thank you, because I use Flight Aware app to see what cruising speed and out they are using. I use the same aircraft. I use the same aircraft and take off at the same time using the live ATC app, but they usually off by an hour. Huh, really? Do I have Resident Evil? I have the demo. I didn't end up getting the full version. I don't know. I have a lot of games right now, and Resident Evil was not one that I was... I like it. I actually like it. It was freaking scary. And I would like to play it more, but I don't know. I'd rather play other things, I guess. I'm doing a lot of racing lately. Let's see what else we got. Thank you, THXRG. If you are watching, you don't have a question, that's fine. Go ahead and leave an emoji. Let me know where you're watching from. We'll get some last disembarking shout outs before we leave. Will Brock, what's up, man? No problem. You're a little late. You can always watch it back. I'm glad you stopped by. Nicholas Bowen, what song is this? I don't know. It's NCS Music. You can check out their YouTube channel, NCS. No copyright sounds. It's a great place for gamers and streamers to find non-copyright music that they can actually play on YouTube and not get demonetized for it. Will Brock, what's up, man? YG Raven from the UK. Thanks for watching. I want to thank you. You got me into this game and taught me a lot about the game and your old tutorials. Thanks, brother. Yeah, I need to make some new tutorials. Those are outdated. Infinite Flight actually is making a bunch of tutorials. I think they have a whole long list of tutorials they're trying to make, which is good because they really needed some new updated tutorials. So I'm glad that they're doing that. So, but I had a few tutorials that I made. I think I had like 2, just like simple stuff. But I thought I'd make some in the future. We'll see. We'll see what Infinite Flight makes, because I don't want to remake a tutorial they're already making. There's no point in doing it. I'm not trying to compete. Louis Peach, what's up, man? Good to see you. Leon Kiwi from Singapore. Fanboy21, gonna watch that X-Plane video from yesterday. Yeah, man, definitely check out my X-Plane video from yesterday. It's pretty cool. It's not a live stream, it's an edit. I kind of like my edits better than my live streams because I can be more creative with it. I can do cool camera shots and stuff like that. But yeah, check it out. Even if you're not into like, you know, prop planes, it's a pretty cool one. It has some amazing sound on that thing.
Taxing to runway 13 left, Pakistan 789 John F. Kennedy ground, JetBlue 451, ready for pushback with information cover.
Let's see, since we're on the ground, let's get us a screen.
John F. Kennedy ground.
Let's get out of ATC too. Oh, it's going crazy.
John F. Kennedy ground, JetBlue 419, ready to
What do I do to free camera? I think I broke it. I think I broke the free camera. Oh, there we go.
Lufthansa 271
What is PIA?
Request frequency
Persian?
change.
I was right, Persian International. What's the A for? Oh, Pakistan International Airline. That's a big plane. Was that a 777? Yeah, it is. I love 777s. I love them. X-Plane 11, one of the third-party developers, may be making a 737 Max, and I can't wait for that thing to come out. They already got people beta testing and all of that. I couldn't get into the beta, but looking forward to that for sure. For Sugar Daisy. When you purchase a game for $5, no, you actually do not get ATC. $5 is for the initial game, I believe. And then after that, you need to buy a subscription to multiplayer. So the $5 is only for the initial game with the single player mode only. JetBlue? No problem, Ronnie. Thanks for asking, man. Anytime. I'm over here doing the old school friggin'. I feel like you guys who I feel like a lot of you guys are watching who already have the replay and all that. You're like, look at him using the old cameras. I'm over here doing it the old school way. It's probably the same. I assume that the mechanics are the same. I kind of wish they would change it a little bit. Maybe add some depth of field effects, but that's not a camera, it's more of an effect. But I don't know. There's some better things they could do with the camera for sure. I've had better cameras. But I guess it's a challenge as well because you're using it's on the mobile. It's not like, I don't know, we'll see. It'd be nice. I haven't heard anything, but it'd be nice if they added some more functionality to the camera itself while adding a replay mode at the same time. But I don't know. Maybe I'm asking too much. See, that's the distance that I want to see A380s from my plane. Usually the A380 is like right in the parking spot right next to us, but seeing it out in the distance looks freaking dope. I actually like seeing it that far out. I wait for that JetBlue to get in the spot that I want him in, and boom, shakalaka, there's a screenshot. Alright, well guys, you guys are amazing as always. Thank you for stopping by. This sim's addictive. Try to get to grade 3. Just need more XP. Yeah, man, go for it, man. Just keep flying, keep landing successfully. Successfully do the both at the same time. You'll get to grade 3 in no time, man. It's really not that difficult. Once you get there, you're like, yeah, it's not that bad. It's not that hard. But yeah, and then don't get any violations or ghosts. And make sure you learn along the way. I always tell people, a lot of people are just trying to fast track their way up to grade 3 and just try to get a ton of touch and goes and just try to get there real quick, but they don't actually learn anything. Like, cause when you get the expert server, there's a different standard. Like, I know sometimes it still kind of can look like chaos from time to time, but for the most part, there's a different standard. There's a higher standard for flying on expert server. That's why I fly on it, because I don't want the trolls in here as much as they are. And you know, you just need to learn about ATC, learn how to talk to ATC, learn the rules, learn all the separation stuff, learn the order of what to call, learn what calls to make when talking to ATC, all that stuff. Is really, it can be very intimidating, I'm gonna be honest with you, in the beginning. Flying your first flight on expert server or trying to figure out ATC calls and things like that. But it's when you get the hang of it, infinite flight actually makes it a whole lot easier. When I learned how to do ATC calls, I learned it doing X-Plane on the VATSIM multiplayer network, and I was nervous as heck because they use like real life calls. You gotta learn how to call out, call in for clearance delivery and call for your IFR clearance and read back IFR clearances and all that stuff. And when I first did that, I was extremely nervous and I did it completely wrong. My voice was like shaking because I don't know why. It's a freaking flight sim, but yet I was still nervous for some reason. Had the same reaction when I did my first VFR flight on Pilot Edge, and that's even higher standard over there at Pilot Edge. So, but hey, you just gotta get started learning. And you'll get there, man. You'll get the hang of it. Just do a few flights, do some short flights, do some easy flights. Maybe do a flight that starts off in ATC and ends with no ATC. Maybe do a flight that starts off with no ATC and ends in ATC. That's a good way to kind of spread it out. And obviously, all the information you need to know is on the forums. It's they're making videos for all the ATC stuff. I think there is an ATC video out there now. But it also helps to even listen to comms of real life ATC. But to be honest with you, I wouldn't do that until you already know what the heck you're talking about. Because like now, if I tune into like what's the website, realatc.com or something like that, if I tune into that website, I legit understand everything they're talking about, and it's crazy that I understand it. Because of what, like a couple years ago, I would be like, what are they saying? What does that mean? All I know is clear for landing and clear for takeoff. But now I understand the whole like read back of the clearance, the taxi instructions to the taxiways they need to go to, like all that transition stuff. Like I actually understand it when I hear it. Now I'm not like good enough to be a controller yet, I don't think, but at least as a pilot know, or as a virtual pilot, know what they're saying. And I've done my training through Pilot Edge for VFR, which helped me a ton, because before using, it's a good screenshot too. That's a really good screenshot actually. Before doing Pilot Edge on X-Plane, I knew nothing about VFR. I did 11 flight series, 11 flight lessons of learning how to fly VFR and doing realistic radio calls and things like that. This is a lot of fun. So now I'm actually working on redoing my IFR training with Pilot Edge virtually, so I know how to do my IFR calls. And I started it, and I'm gonna start it over because it's a long gap. But anyways, I can talk about flight stuff forever. But I'll see you guys next time. We'll be streaming again next week. I'm gonna do my best to make it to Friday Night Flight next Friday. If I know enough ahead of time, I may just end up doing a flight Thursday or Wednesday or something like that. We'll see. We still have the racing stuff I gotta do. Probably what I'm kind of thinking, my schedule is around 1600 Zulu every day. Tuesday through Friday, 1600 Zulu is the best time for me to stream. Next week, most likely. And these are all just goals or what I plan to do, but they don't always work out. So Tuesday, I'll probably be streaming F1 2018 again. We'll be racing week 11 in Germany for Formula Racing. So if you're into racing or Formula 1 cars, you definitely want to check that out. Wednesday, most likely we'll be streaming X-Plane or something aviation related. It might be Infinite Flight, maybe X-Plane, we'll see. Thursday, we'll be racing NASCAR again on iRacing. Forza, we should play, bro. Add me. We need to play Forza. I might not stream that, but we need to play Forza. I love drifting. It's my favorite thing to do on Forza is drift. Anyways, Thursday be NASCAR. Friday again, Friday Night Flight, if able. So that's it. You guys have an amazing day. Make sure I didn't miss any questions. Don't think I did. Thank you, James. Appreciate that, man. Hope you become a real pilot one day. I will. I know I will. It's a matter of time, my friend. A matter of time. Alright, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Remember, as always, you got 3 choices. Give up, give in, or give it all you got. Peace, love, and God bless you. See you next time. Next video. Hold on, hold on. I actually forgot something. If you're still hanging around, I promised a couple people that I would show you guys my flight report and show you guys my ATC sounds. So while I get that up, please stand by if you are still interested in seeing that. If not, I'll see you guys next time. But give me a second to get that pulled up on my screen. I completely forgot about it. I first want to see how my landing was. Starley says he's taking screenshots for me in replay mode, so I'm excited to see what those look like. Let me see what our the main thing on the flight report that I really want to see is my feet per minute. Everything else I don't really care about at this moment. Let's see what we got here. Looking. All right, we got you. Where's it at again? Oh, there it is. Landing vertical speed 214 feet per minute. Not bad. That's average. That's average. Our final approach vertical speed was 1,700. That was when we were like descending because we were too high on approach. We descended like super quick. That's what that means. Right there, 214 feet per minute was our landing VS. Alright, let's go back to infinite flight real quick, and I don't even know if I remember how to do the voices. In settings, let's see, settings, graphic audio. Nope, live. There it is, live. Okay, so live is where it's at. What do you guys think? Alright, so pilot voice, I have Tom enhanced. Can I click on it? Yeah, I have Tom enhanced, English US. And then voice pitch is set to low. Airplane count is high. And then default voice is Martha. English Great Britain, I guess is what GB means. So that's basically like select the default voice for other pilots and ATC by default. So that's what everybody else sounds like. Everybody else sounds like Martha, but my voice, whenever I use ATC communications, I sound like Tom. You get what I'm saying? So like if I can't go too much in depth of what that really goes into, because I don't know if it's like if I choose Tom, does everybody hear me as Tom if they have an iPhone? Or I think that's how it works actually, but I'm not really sure. But anyways, for whoever it was that asked, that's what it is. And now that I've looked at it, if they're not here, when they ask again, we'll see. Can you download more voices? I don't think so. These voices are voices that I already have in my iPhone. So like iPhone has these voices. So basically, if you are using Siri or any of the voice stuff that iPhone has to offer, you get all these voices that you can use. And that's how you get them. It's in your settings and accessibility or something like that somewhere on iPhone anyways. So that's where these voices come from, but you can't download any new ones. You only get what Apple gives you. At least that's all I know. There may be an app where you can download more, but I highly doubt that those will translate into infinite flight. It may only be for your phone. But anyways, there's that information for you guys who want to know that. You have an Android? All right, yeah, no problem. So Android, you probably can get all kind of voices. I mean, Androids are freaking hackers, you know what I mean? They can do anything. You do anything with Android. So, all right, well, guys, I just want to show you guys that real quick. Appreciate it. Peace for the second time. Bye.